Welcome to another episode of Whose Fucking Idea Was This? Where we pick an actor and we go through their worst films that made cinema release. This season we're doing Kurt Russell, and we're on Executive Decision 1996. Kurt Russell, Executive Decision, Steven Seagal, and Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, yeah.
There's quite a few people in this as well. That,
fucking Bob Kelso from Scrubs.
Yeah, the chief.
Some general.
Yeah. I know.
General.
You only see him for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 scientist is in it at the start as well. He's in it quite a lot. He ends up being the
guy,
the only black guy in the
film.
guy
who created Skynet.
First, he's just stuck in roles that he's basically like immobilized.
He's always stuck in
shaking or sweating.
He's a stationary character.
His facial. He's a facial actor. He's not like
I'm a facial actor. Yeah. I don't really move around.
Yeah.
So like,
what's that about?
Right. Okay. Enter Executive Decision. We start out and we are getting to some Russian mafia fucking safe house.
Yep.
And they have been instructed to, well, by they, I mean some spec ops team, have been told that there was some kind of weapon in there and then they have to retrieve it. Turns out the weapon isn't there. They had false data or they weren't there on time, something like that.
That's big.
Then we cut through all these kind of terrorist attacks going on in London. And then we find out essentially that some flight gets hijacked, flight 343 gets hijacked.
You remember the name?
I don't know, fucking. There's so many details on it. I couldn't forget it.
Yeah.
So then what's happened is these Muslim extremists have.
Whoa! Is that okay?
It is okay because exactly what they
That's
are.
The film.
We
didn't write it.
We didn't write it. I'm just saying what's on screen.
We can't get cancelled.
Yeah, you can't cancel me because that's racist.
Anyway, because I'm white.
Nah, you can't oppress my voice anymore. So Kurt Russell is an intelligence agent, and Steven Seagal is the team leader of a spec ops team that have been following this bomb.
Yep.
We noticed that was some kind of bomb.
We said the Sloth. We said the Sloth.
What's that?
I know you'd say that. I know you would know. It said the Sloth and Ice Age.
Who's that?
That's the main guy. The main Hispanic guy in it.
Oh really? Is that
yeah, it said the Sloth. He's in John Wick as well.
He was Luigi and Mario and Luigi.
So he was the original like the 90s the best one.
Don't know the guy's name.
I know, I can't remember. It just came up a second ago as well and I still don't know.
Well, he's also in the spec ops team.
Yeah,
he's probably the most charismatic one out of the entire team.
I like him.
But they have basically been tasked with this flight has been hijacked, and they have to get on the flight and kill the terrorists and
disarm the bomb.
What plot they've planned.
I know, what is the actual plan?
Well, the thing is, the plan fucking changes about 12 times in the film because there's always new information you have to get, which is kind of realistic, I guess, but it makes it a bit hard to follow, as in, like, you have to really fucking pay attention to everything. If you miss, like, 10 minutes of it, you'll miss a really integral kind of plot line.
Yeah.
But, yep, they are getting on the plane, really, like, discreetly, and trying to figure out what the hell was going on, and, of course, save America, because that's what every fucking film boils down to.
Yeah.
So, that is kind of the film in a nutshell, because if I was to go into every detail, the synopsis would last about a quarter of the length of the film. So we're going to fucking dive in now to the intro. Now, do you remember the intro?
I remember that there's so much fucking text, mate. There's so many locations.
Well, they do that.
Eventually, I think they do that deliberately because the location eventually ends up just being plane. How many
playing again?
Establishing shot. We need another establishing shot.
And establishing text to go along with the shot.
Yeah, like, every time it cut to a different character on the plane, I had to show you the outside of the plane first to go, remember the plane?
We're on a plane, even though the most of the movie takes place
don't forget the stakes. They're on the plane.
We start out and then we're like somewhere.
It shows you the world map and it's all fake places.
It's like an unrendered Google Maps where it's pixelated as you want it. It's 1996.
Yeah, but then it shows you names as if to show you where they're going to be, because it's like going like, this is a special ops team. Where are they? and stuff like that.
It's
and
like
then,
that. It's
so it
that
zooms in
annoying.
on Italy, but then it's like all these. I don't know if these are town names, so it's just terrible. But like, there's no places like Milan. Milan's up there. Like Milan is up there, and that's fucking going quite close to Croatia. But like, oh no, Venice. So some of these places are.
Check the geography in this guy.
Some of these places are real, actually. Fuck, right, I feel terrible now. Anyway, they're in, Trieste? Don't even know how to say it. Trieste.
Trieste.
And they're, this is a special ops team we're kind of getting introduced to at the start. And that's Steven Seagal's team.
Mhm.
And they're all just in the grass, and it's like a fucking
With white
mansion or
face
some
paint
shit.
on for some reason.
White face
white
paint in the middle of the night. What is going on?
There must be some amazing reason behind that.
Yeah.
But, like,
the person that owned the mansion had zebras running about. I needed them for camouflage.
I really didn't get it, but it has that infuriating fucking 90s kind of like typing out text. As in, like, I can't just have the thing come up. I have to like listen. As in the fucking.
It takes ages. Well, they don't just like get it on screen and let people read it. It's just like slow, like next letter. Like,
yeah, so if you use like PowerPoint fade in, someone hasn't sped up the fucking animation speed, and you're just like, fuck sake, like this is adding so much time. I could be doing so much.
Yeah. So Steven Seagal's telling the cunts, right, we're moving in on this house.
It's a Russian mafia, of course, because there's no other baddies out there apart from it's meant to be the Russian mafia that have this, and
all right,
that, you know, Russians and Muslims are the only
enemy.
Bad guys.
Yeah, and still are to this day.
In accordance with 90s geopolitics and today's geopolitics.
See, when the special ops team comes in, I was howling like within like the first minute because and then it went fucking immediately downhill. Fucking Steven Seagal comes out of the bushes like right away, and he kills 4 people, and he stabs 4 people within like a minute or something like that.
Oh yeah,
but even he gets like to the second or third or fourth one, sorry, that he's stabbing, like he's proper like he's like manic, like he's just like, I'm fucking gonna get stabbed.
He just went full on hands.
It looks real. And then like by the time he gets to the fourth person turns around to kind of run away. He's like, you're not getting away from me. He like stabs someone.
Is this a special operation, or there's just some murder?
It just went on. It just had cocaine before the shoot.
Some giant drug-addled like mania. He's just murdering men.
That's why I was like, fucking, I think he's good at this, because like when he was doing it, I was like, I'm totally believing that he's stabbing these people, because he was just like, you're like, stab, like fucking get them right in the neck and fucking make sure they're fucking silent and dead. Like he just goes for them. So they climb the fucking mansion, they get in, they basically shoot up the place. Kill people instantly. There's one woman getting like basically fucking harassed. It's kind of
funny because you have to be like, they get in, you hear the Russian guys kind of laughing. There's like all these old expensive paintings, because you know Russians, they're not really admirers of fine art, but they love just having it fucking strewn about because of the value of it, and then they're like going through the fucking corridors and all that. But like, it was just really stupid, because of course like the team have to kill the gangsters when they just happen to be sexually assaulting some women.
Like, they're always in a kitchen drinking or like eating something, aren't they? Like they're never on guard. They're always just like, hey, what? They're always watching a football game. They're on a tiny
to
TV.
Some radio.
Something loud so they can't hear them coming in.
It's like, you know, and it's just to cement them as, you know, these aren't really good guys anyway. They're not just doing a job. They're doing a job and being bad people by, you know, try to, you know.
Look at them. They're harassing this woman, sexually assaulting this woman. It's good that they're dead.
This gives us more reason to be murderers. I mean, heroes.
Heroes.
So then, like, we're going through, they're killing everybody in the mansion.
Yep.
You know, all these guys that are meant to be like, you know, on point of guarding the place, like, you know, they're kind of half-arsing.
Yep.
Like they walk around corners really lazily, pointing their guns, and then get shot by this, like, exactly. They get killed by the spec ops team.
Yep.
So they're clearing without issue, apart from one guy that gets fucking shot by some dude that I think you should have really held coming. But anyway.
I know, he says, clear the room first. Like, they check a hostage. One of them checks a hostage. He goes, clear the room first. And then the guy comes in and shoots the guy that was checking the hostage. We don't know who this person is. They just say, like, he's dead later on or something like that.
They get into the room they're meant to go in, and then that mad Hispanic guy is in the white. The only one in whiteface, actually, that I think about it. And then they get in, and then they realise, oh shit, there's no bomb there. Right, and then the guy goes up, right, fucking Collins died. And then Seagal
Who's
looks at him.
calling? Who cares? We didn't really see him.
He just looks at him as though he's not said anything, and then just like walks out the room. And you're
Steve
like,
Seagal hasn't said a word. He's been on screen for like 5 minutes. He hasn't said a fucking word.
He just keeps looking about at everything.
Yeah.
Then we're cutting to our next shot because that's it. That scene had to happen.
That's so, I know. That's a good point, by the way. Like,
well, there's a reason for that.
Right. Okay.
There's a reason for that.
Oh
mate.
yeah. Was it producer 1?
There's a reason for that, co-host. So like we're cutting to 3 months later because like they're very good in like keeping a consistent timeline for this, which we'll find out. Then we've got Kurt Russell when he's like he's on a flying lesson, of course. Like then he gets told that after he's like landed, they're like, right, I think you're ready, mate. Just, you can fly solo now. You're really good at it.
Yep.
Then he's like getting all excited and he's like, shit, am I really going to do this?
Yeah, it's like driving test.
Yeah, but it's all this build up and then he's like, right, okay, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
And then goes to pull out. Immediately a car just fucking pulls up and then, when he's going to do something.
Mr. President. He's not the Mr. President,
but when he's going to grow, he's going to do some kind of like individual growth. He's like, right, here we go.
Yeah.
He just gets stopped. Someone pulls up the car, like holding a phone out the window. It's him.
Yeah,
he's asking for you.
The papers have come through. Yeah, like whatever it is. There is a wee bit of that. It comes in later on why they did that, but like, you could completely cut that out.
So he's in it.
You could
just so he was in it.
I know.
And he's established as like some kind of like, I don't know, big
he's the boss.
Character.
Yeah. I think he does. By the way, I think Seagal's really good.
Do you?
I think he's really good. Because he just walks about, and it's just like that's what an army person would be. He doesn't really speak at all, and when he does speak, he just goes, "We'll get it done." That kind of way. And it's like, or whatever, like that kind of way. Like my team, whatever. But it's not pure over the top 90s. It's just basically someone's going like, "I don't really like you," and that's it. I thought he was good.
I have differing opinions on Steve Seagal.
I think this is the best I've ever seen him. Anyway,
well, there's a reason for that,
right? Okay.
So, like, Kurt Russell's been fucking told that there's like some call, so he's like, it lapses into this compilation of like
oh mate, yeah, what is that about? It goes on forever.
Black and white but it's like
flashbacks, but he's not in he wasn't there for the flashbacks.
No, it just might be an instance or something happening. So
I know, but they film it like flashbacks.
Well, it's some attack. It's some attack that goes on.
Yeah,
and then these guys, it basically
no idea what's going on.
It's like US agents of like.
It's that wedding, isn't it?
Killing these people at a wedding.
Yeah.
And bombing things because they're like capturing some fucking renowned terrorist.
Yeah.
So that's what the call's about. This terrorist has been captured. He's in US custody and he's in like London.
But we see the bad guy though. See Porro. It's Porro, the current played Porro on ITV and all that.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, who by the way he's a cracking actor, man. Like I don't know why he was never in anything else. Yeah, it's Porro, and he sees it is like. We find out later that it's his boss gets captured basically, and he's like looking over a balcony going, fuck, they've got him basically, and he get caught. And then the news announced it as like it was his daughter's wedding. He secretly was there, and people weren't thinking he was going to be there and stuff like that because he's like he's wanted for whatever. He's always they get him, but then that guy like that was so uninteresting as well. Like you don't see him getting like interrogated. You don't see him like ever fucking basically speak.
He just gets shoved out the back of a motor, and then he looks out back, the motor. Like, he's that right? Daughter's wedding's getting bombed.
Yeah. But, it was like a child getting taken. It's like a child getting taken back off like their biological parents when they've been adopted for years or something like that. Yeah,
you're going to a new home.
It's now. Like raining. It's like raining, and then the child looks back in the car like, no, man.
Hand pressed against the window.
Yeah. But he's a 50-year-old terrorist who's adopting you. So
the US government's adopting you.
Yeah. Playing guitars. Yeah.
So we got him. My God, the world's safe once again,
ladies and gentlemen. Got him.
But then we get to then there's another cutaway, and then they're keeping the timeline consistent. We go to Greece, Athens.
Yeah.
10 days later.
This is like 6 locations in 1 minute.
So this is when we're getting the establishing shot of the flight.
Oh yeah, the plane.
And who fucking appears? Halle Berry.
Halle Berry looks so young.
Looks so pretty.
Yeah.
So stunning and brave.
Oh yeah.
So Halle Berry is there, and then then like it's just her
She's not
kind of
Big
like
Ben as well, but she plays her.
she's just getting into it. So it's just her like kind of like chit chatting with her pal and everything.
Yeah.
And then
Boring.
cuts to London.
Yeah.
And then like
it's such a change of shift, gear change in it. Like it just fucking suddenly goes from like that to what happens in the restaurant.
Yeah, them just setting up the flight. There's like it's just really daft. Like they're setting up the flight. She gives like a pal a wee gift and all that.
Yeah, for a wedding.
And then they're like, right, okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, let's get everything set up. Then it cuts to like some London restaurant.
Yeah.
And then like some woman's like, sir, you can't be here. And it's just like some guy with his back like turned to them.
Yeah.
And then like, a guy goes, sir, you have to go. And then he turns around, you're sweating, and he just goes like fucking shouts some
Allah something.
Aye, Allah.
That's not even racist. He generally does shout Allah something.
God is great.
Yeah.
And then it fucking blows up.
Yeah.
And then suicide bomber.
Yeah.
And let's see.
That's when you go to the meeting room.
I gets to the meeting room.
The meeting room with all the generals.
In London.
And it's like, why? Like, would they have a meeting? Like, if like London had a hotel in London blown up with like all the senators and marshals and
the Americans have a meeting, not like you know.
Yeah, it never goes to any like prime minister. Never like
I know
any
British government that you know like the first people to actually do like aviation kind of fucking attacks. In, like. I'm pretty sure that's like part of
How do you want to respond? It's like America will respond.
Gotta wait for the Americans, it's the only way. Yeah. It's the only way. So then we cut back to the flight.
Yep.
Because obviously everything's happening in the plane. So some old man, seemingly old man, he gets up to the toilet and then he gets his wee bag out.
By the way, see when he goes to the overhead for the bag, both bags were fucking identical. And I was like, is this going to be one of those situations where a random person's accidentally taking the bomb or something, or taking, do you get what I mean? Mm-hmm. No, it's just for some reason they had two bags.
It's a really popular bag.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's a beige bag. And he goes, and it's quite good, it's quite clever. Like he's got camera set up here, like he's a photographer, and he takes all the camera apart, and you realise he's got bits of gun parts. All hidden in different.
This is like pre 9/11, and I'm sitting, and it made me wonder how lax.
I know, going through. I know, because X-ray. Aye,
and then you're just kind of like right
when they're going through your bag,
because he takes out like quite complete components. Of the pistol.
I know. I thought that it's only like 3 parts.
And I'm like,
and it's put together.
Somebody should have fucking picked up on that. You can pick up on a pair of scissors. Like,
it was lax as fuck. I remember it being fucking like dead relaxed, and then obviously now they've ruined everything. But yeah, I thought that was quite cool. And he takes off his obviously. It was, by the way, I think it was a completely different person, actor. I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was too good a disguise.
It was because it wasn't.
See him setting up in the toilet and everything. He's like,
a completely different person comes out the toilet.
The glasses and moustache and all that left.
Yeah, he's a bald guy comes out.
So like, the guy,
10 minutes in, they already taking over the plane.
So the guys on the guys on the plane. This is the main kind of terrorist, and he's like got his gun assembled and all that.
Yep.
And then when that's happened, he folds up the gun in a newspaper, and then other guys on
hands
the
it
plane
to another guy.
who are all like clearly.
Where did they get all their guns?
Well, that's the point I want to get to. It's fucking
They've got AK-47s.
So he's like handing a pistol to a guy.
He's put a pistol together first.
Assembles a pistol, hands it to his friend.
Yep.
And then he knocks out a flight attendant. Like, so like one guy like goes down stairs, because I've never been in a fucking plane.
There's so it's got 2 floors in the first class bit.
It's got 3.
Is it 3?
It's got the pit downstairs where
the luggage shit. Yeah,
this woman, like,
there's an elevator.
This flight attendant is just like, all right, I'm gonna get some shit from here. Yeah. And then like some terrorist guy just fucking like aggressively pushes her, and then like you find out later that she's fucking dead.
Josh, she does he'd have a fucking shopping cart. The food cart thing.
He like goes into the food cart.
He does proper shove her head right off it, but it's really funny. But it's you're not deed. You're just like
I thought that right. That's a concussion.
Defo.
And then like the guy just reaches into the back of the food cabinet and pulls out an AK-47. If anyone who like obviously the stock has been taken away from it, but if anyone's ever seen an actual AK-47,
it's fucking huge.
It's the massive.
Yeah, it's like the size of your leg.
It's a fucking cannon.
Yeah, it's right up to your hip.
So there's one just there. Like that, no one explains that one.
There's others.
Because like really, you'd have to have somebody on board on the flight
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
like, right, I sorted out the fucking AK, the cannons that have been bought,
Aye.
and then that was the last.
That would have been more impressive coming out of a photographer's camera.
I don't know, guy setting up an AK-47. He'd probably be in there for
Inflating
like
it.
be in there for like 45 minutes. I was like, like, prepare for landing. I've just got to
He's pulling it out his arse like, oh, fucking. He's got a bag full of an AK-47 shoved up his arse.
So I got so many cameras. So knocks out the flight.
I wish I had the pistol.
I should have brought pistols. It would make more sense in a plane.
Less lube.
So then,
they start taking over the plane, and then we find out there's a US Marshal.
On the plane, he
shits it right away.
But
takes his gun out, puts it in his sock, and then he gets his US Marshal badge out and goes, I'm just gonna fucking hide that, and puts it in the seat. And it's like,
but he's like, what?
He's trying to hide who he is. I kind of get it.
I get what that,
but your whole job.
Why is like the typecast of a US Marshal?
It's
got
a
to be
fat
some
kid
kind of like fat, balding, like guy with a tash who's like, you're not really fit. Let's see if you wanted an air marshal.
Have you seen fucking documentaries on Netflix? All the detectives are fucking fat cunts.
But it's later on, but he's not a detective.
I know,
he's meant to be a responder, like to terrorists.
Yeah, I know.
Mate, the guy can't run the length of himself, it looks, and then you're just like, how's he
needs to run the length of the plane.
Well, I don't know, mate. His mobility, I don't think, would be optimal for dealing with a terrorist attack.
By the way, no lines. He has no fucking lines until literally the very end. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, were they like avoiding paying this cunt? Like, why is he getting absolutely no lines?
So at this point, they
took over.
They've taken over the plane.
That woman's
fucking done what they've done. That woman is probably dead downstairs, but we don't know that yet.
Joro tells everyone to actually calm down. He goes, it's over. Like, he's like, stop screaming. We've taken over the plane. There's no...
And the guy goes,
and everyone actually shuts up, and I'm like, that's actually quite decent, because like, you would eventually have to tell everyone just going to stop fucking screaming, because you've already lost.
Can't hear myself think here. Trying to do a terrorist attack. So then we
God, can you believe the nerve of these people?
This is why we attack you, because you're so rude.
That's why everyone hates Americans. So
then we cut back to Kurt Russell, who is David Grant.
Kurt Russell.
Can never stand the two first name people, but you know, Steve Seagal's character. Steve Seagal's character's called Austin Travis.
Texas.
Austin Travis, which could be Travis Austin. Same with Grant. Grant David sounds a bit weird. So we're cutting to Kurt Russell when he's at this fancy dinner.
I know.
And you know, it's him, and he just like kind of sees like
tuxedo.
He sees drinks come over. He's talking to some like powerful men, and then he just sees the drinks come over. He's like, "Excuse me, gentlemen," and he just like takes a drink and then immediately starts firing into some lassie.
Yeah, and he just goes, "Do you like hockey?
Do you like hockey?
I've got 2 tickets," and then someone interrupts.
Again,
Mr. President.
Again, when he's about to do anything he wants to do, he gets caught. He goes, "You got a phone call from fucking someone really important."
That's the work. You're married to the work.
Exactly. So he has to go to the Pentagon in his tuxedo. He doesn't have time.
That's it.
So
I love that.
It was quite funny.
Because later on, like, they're in, like, obviously they decide what they're going to do in the mission, so then he has to carry on with Steven Seagal in their group, and Steven Seagal's changed his clothes, but fucking Kurt Russell's still in the tuxedo, and they all, like, make jokes about it, and it's like, if Steven Seagal had time to fucking change his clothes, why did Kurt Russell not have time to change his clothes? They couldn't have given him like an actual army unit. It's like, no, he needs to stay in that, because we need to be reminded that he's at a place. This
isn't his environment.
But he's thriving.
But he's thriving because he can adapt.
He's going to save the day, because do you know that he's the main character?
Remember Soldier?
Yeah. Everyone remembers Soldier.
So they're at the Pentagon, and then he just came through into, you know, the Situation Room. I think that's what.
Yeah.
And we find out that the terrorist has demanded $50 million, and that terrorist who got in.
He wants gold bullion.
Wants what?
Gold bullion.
What bullion?
I have fucking no idea. He says he wants 50 million in gold bullion.
Oh, what? Something basically.
It's like he's like, if it was currency, but then he says gold before it, so that really confused me.
Maybe it's like you know, like something that isn't in a currency, but like it holds its value anywhere.
Maybe it's the shape of the gold. Maybe it's those fucking bricks. They're called bullions.
Well, you know what, guys? We're not going to Google it.
Who cares? Someone else figure it out.
We're going to assume we figured it out with our brainstorming.
Yeah.
So then everyone's talking about what the situation is, what the demands are, what their options are, and then Kurt Russell just starts like kind of share his idea, his theory, and he goes, "Look,
Like,
I don't
shut
think
up, who are you?
we said I don't think this is just simply some demand. I think this
Yeah.
is part of some bigger plan
They've-
because I'm an intel guy." And
So the military think that it's to free that guy that they captured. And
it's
he
simply
thinks
what
they think that's it.
They think the terrorists are being transparent.
Yeah. So did you? Sorry, I didn't catch. Did you cover it? So the terrorists want to land in Washington.
Oh,
with that guy putting him on the plane. I think.
Aye, they're saying that. No, like not that he's in the plane. That he has to get flown somewhere, and then they're going to like fly there as well.
Right. Okay.
So they're going to meet up with him. But
right. Release the terrorist.
Because
our leader.
That guy's in London.
Right.
And he's meant to be leader of that terrorist kind of like syndicate.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Kurt Russell's kind of like, right, I think this is part of something bigger. I don't think this is simply what they're saying.
Yep.
And then like while Steve Seagal just kind of quietly berates him to his friend apparently.
He just goes, "This fucking prick guy."
Like, this fucking guy.
That's why I thought he was good.
But I'm like, no, this is the fucking intel guy. This is the guy that knows everything that's going on.
I know, but if you were like a special ops kind of person, you would probably wouldn't like the people that aren't on the field.
Yeah,
I'm on the field every day.
You don't know, but then
sweating.
But then you can appreciate the fact that I wouldn't fucking have any structure.
Well, he's pissed off. He's pissed off because Steven Seagal went there and the thing wasn't there. The nerve toxin they were looking for, and Kurt Russell goes, "It fucking was there." And he's like,
"It was. You were just a little too late."
Yeah, basically, and they're both butting heads because they're men and they're around the table.
They have different ideals about the military.
They're in front of older men, so they want to show the older men that they're hard and new and they know what they're doing.
And then we find out basically after all the fucking dick swinging, there's a senator on board the plane, and the plane's been rigged with the nerve gas bomb, which was what
Kurt Russell said.
This is what Steve Seagal was meant to retrieve.
Yeah.
Shit, that must be where it is then.
But they don't know it's on the plane. Kurt Russell's just saying, "I think it is on the plane."
Aye.
So I think this is more than that. So basically, Steven Seagal goes, "I have it." So they basically say they can't let that plane land.
They're presented with the quandary.
The quandary.
Of whether to destroy the plane or to give in to the demands. And then Steve Seagal's just kind of like,
they're going to let it land in Washington, and he's like, "You cannot let that land in Washington. He's going to crash it in Washington."
He's going to fucking destroy Washington.
Aye.
He's just like,
he goes, "I've got an idea of what you can do, but see if you get my guy on the phone, he'll tell you what the idea is." And it's like fucking like, why would they be like, "No, tell us the idea. We're not just phoning this random person."
Zoom call some guy.
Yeah. And then this random person he'll then explain it, so we'll all just wait in silence. Just fucking tell us what the fucking idea is, Stephen.
On a laptop. Is it connected yet? Well, Steve Seagal insists on Kurt Russell coming with him. For some reason, on the mission.
What a lot of shit. That's just because he's annoyed at him.
He's annoyed at him, but he's just like, "I want to make you more uncomfortable." Here we go.
And then they go, "You know what, that's a great idea." Like, no, of course, fucking no,
great
it's
idea,
not.
Steve.
But like, Kurt Russell does not fight it. Like that, like to make that realistic, you would be like, right, okay, like,
wait a minute, I'm the intel guy.
You
do know what my job is. You know what I do day by day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not qualified for this. I'm not signed off for it.
I don't go on super top secret missions. I'm not.
Think of the paperwork.
Think of the paperwork.
Think of the insurance money we need. We need to pay for this guy to come on the mission.
I'm wearing a tux for Christ's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
This is us at 25 minutes into the film. That's what I meant by how detailed this was. Like so much shit fucking happens.
I know.
And then.
But then you talk about in the flashback that there was a priest with a bazooka.
Actually,
what was that about?
Some guy dressed as like because
he shoots it like 3 times
because it happens in like Cyprus, so it's like a Greek priest, like weird looking.
Speak priest.
But it's
RPG.
It's really weird that fucking.
Mate, that film looked good. The flashback film looked good. I wanted to see that. It
reminded me of
It
reminded me of the opening scene of Team America.
It does. It was like a 5-minute flashback.
Yeah,
it was a whole film.
That was not a flashback. That was a fucking. There was no flash instance there. So everyone's laughing at Kurt Russell in the room because he doesn't want to go on this assault team in a plane with him. So then Steve Seagal and fucking Kurt Russell start kind of
dick
swinging again. And then Steve Seagal just starts making fun of him because he's an intel guy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, mate, but that's his job.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
I'm just
He's a pusher.
defending Kurt Russell.
I know. But is that what it is? But I think Steven Seagal's good. I actually do think he's good in this.
I
You're wrong. You are wrong.
And then
I know he's shit.
I know he's shit.
I know he's shit. So I was pleasantly surprised.
So we're cutting to Halle Berry.
Yeah.
She's negotiating with the main terrorist, Poirot, to get by the way, his name's not Poirot in the film, that's just what we know him as. And she's like, the passengers need some food. And he's
charismatic.
Like, our guys need some food as well.
Yeah.
And then
she's got a bit of butter. She also had, you forgot, she said the list. The passengers.
The manifest.
Yeah. But she notices fucking instantly. And she's like, I destroyed it, and he doesn't like go looking for it. He doesn't like beat her.
He looks in the bin and then goes, well, doesn't matter.
That's that.
Right, okay.
I know. But like, why was he smart as well? Why did he want it? Did he want it because he wanted to find out if there was a marshal on the flight? Because he never says anything. So she had it because at the very top it says US. But also, like, is that not a bit fucking mental? You're not supposed to know who the US marshal is on the flight. Mm-hmm. So why have they got a bit of paper facing out to the rest of the passengers, and it had circled US Marshal?
Oh no, they probably would have like went. Oh, did it have it circled?
It's circled. It was a big fucking in like a pink highlighter at the top as well of a clipboard, and the clipboard's like facing out to the passengers. So it's like anyone walking to the toilet would just be like, "Oh, there he is. There's a US Marshal."
Okay.
Yeah, there is a US Marshal on this flight. Do you mean?
See if he likes to show his gun.
Aye.
So like,
yeah, that's here. There, look, armed deputy US Marshal.
That is
on a clipboard facing the seating area.
That is very, very clever of her.
I know.
Actually, still stunning.
Yeah, she's stunning, brave.
Intelligent.
Yeah. So anyway, they get basically Kurt Russell has to go get ready, and they're on.
This is where Halle Berry goes down to the pit again. To
right.
The pit. They call it the pit.
Do they?
I don't know why. It seems like a weird name for it, but I'd call it like,
never return.
Exactly. The pit of doom.
Yeah.
So then she kind of goes down to get the food, and then she finds like our mad flight attendant pal who's just dead.
That's
like, she
so
was pushed,
funny.
And then
turns out with like tongue hanging out, like kind of dead.
Eyes wide, staring right into the camera.
She bumped her head, so she's definitely dead.
She couldn't handle.
Yeah.
Allah.
Yeah.
So Steve Seagal, it cuts to him, and then like it's really weird. It just has this like complex way of answering questions.
Yep.
And it kind of gets other guys with no combat experience into the mission, like see that engineer.
Yeah.
He insists the engineer come with them on the plane, and then the engineer's like, mate, I sat behind a computer all day.
So it's like a jet. I've even sort of not.
This engineer's behind like basically like this jet, which has a kind of
a tunnel.
A tunnel that comes out the top
like an
of
airlock
it,
tunnel.
and then it can like make a pressurized kind of conduit between
like a corridor.
The plane that they're on and the plane that they're gonna jump onto.
So you can basically go from plane to plane in midair. That's the whole kind of process to get the special ops onto the terrorist plane.
But he has to be there. He has to be there to look at valves and shit.
That's what I didn't get. Like I totally kind of understood that like they have no idea about this plane and they've got no time. So like I can kind of understand him being on the plane, but I don't really get him being up in the ladder, like opening the hatches and going on to the terrorist plane.
It was dumb in the film because the guy goes like the engineer Cale. He like starts explaining to them like this is quite fucking technical, like
that's
like,
why I thought quite a lot. It felt quite real,
It's just about he's like, the pressure and all that, and then Steve Seagal gets pissed off that someone's explaining. We have to wait, and then he just goes that way. You know what? You can come in the plane with us too.
I'm a military guy. I don't pay me to think.
I'm taking like the intel guy that doesn't need to be on the plane. So I'm taking you as well for fucking making me look stupid.
Yeah, and then the guy goes, "You can't take all this equipment because if the thing won't get off the air. It's a fucking jet. How can it not get off there? Because you've got like fucking like more suitcases. Do you know what I mean? Like,
sorry guys, this guy doesn't understand aviation like I do.
But fuck me, it's a fucking like expensive jet. Like it's supposed to carry. Like,
it's got a fucking air tunnel in it. Like that's a lot of weight.
I know, true. But anyway, he says that, and then obviously Steven Seagal's insisted on bringing 2 extra bodies. Do you know what I mean? Like fucking about 80 kilograms each.
That's a good point. Actually,
but it's like no, but we can't bring the equipment. We need to solve the mission.
We need these 2 two guys because
Yeah,
I was annoyed
exactly.
at them, and I'm calling the shots.
Aye.
Apparently, a colonel calls the shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
the guy's good. It's the guy that's in the bear. The have you seen the bear?
Oh wait,
yeah, it's the guy.
the uncle.
Yeah, the
who
uncle
lends
gives him money.
everybody money.
Aye.
I don't like the bear.
No, you don't like it? It's
Nah,
good.
There's two, like they dramatize like all these tiny instances.
Aye,
and
yeah,
they're just
true.
not-
Yeah, it's intense.
And then it's just like the mad camera angles, and I'm
New
like,
York, yes, bastard.
I don't know. I get being in a fucking kitchen.
Aye,
is
stress.
intense,
Aye, but not. Aye, I know what you mean.
I just no.
It's too much.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough of the bear.
So he's good, and he's the guy that basically came up with the idea about the jet.
The engineer.
Yeah.
So we're getting to this point where they're
Start
on
the
the fucking
mission.
plane.
They're running out of time. Like fucking. I don't know how long. When did it leave? Where did it leave London? Did it leave London?
That made the plane.
Where did it leave from? Athens. Fuck knows.
The passenger plane did. It left
Aye,
from
yeah.
Athens.
Because they need to meet it, and then they've got like 4 hours before it gets into US airspace. And I'm like, how quick's this jet?
I know, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, because they need to get there, and they're still traveling while they're trying to meet them in the middle because they're heading from the opposite
It
direction.
looks like that RS-71 Blackbird.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Oh, it's like
I don't know, man. I'm
it's
not
like it's like a pure,
nerd.
It's pure well-known plane.
Okay.
Well-known jet.
So
Anyway.
they meet Asian guy has a crazy haircut. I don't know what that's about. And they meet Kurt Russell because he's still in his tuxedo. And then, what was this? J007?
Kurt Russell gets off the fucking
No.
helicopter with Steve Seagal. He's like,
Yep.
what is this guy, 007?
Yeah,
He's just looking at him like, my God.
Maybe
mate,
Kurt Russell was really trying to get B007 back then.
No Americans ever played them.
Yeah, no. That's what happened with Tom Hiddleston. That's why he kept wearing suits in films and kept trying to act cool and stuff like that, because he was really trying to become the new James Bond. That's why he acts the way he acts in King Kong. And then there was that, he did a TV series for the BBC, and he acts pure tries to act suave with a suit, and he was basically trying to get the new James Bond. They were just like, no, you don't have it. You made it worse because he's like, no, you don't have it. You definitely don't have it.
You don't like people who try?
Yeah. Tried too hard.
You're not Daniel Craig.
Yeah. So, so they're in the air. They're getting towards the terrorist plane with the jet. And then they try and put on like some sort of, I don't know, weird like schematics kind of thing. Like, it's really fucking weird, isn't it? Like the animations.
Yeah, it was just this 90s kind of like, look how fucking advanced our tech is. Kind of like, like, the shot. You know what I mean? You've seen it 100 times.
It tries to show you how the plane works. Several. It's like we don't need to know.
That's the thing. It's how much detail, how technical. And I'm like,
someone's made that.
I was pure.
We're going to see it in a minute.
If I was into this kind of stuff, I'd appreciate it. But I'm imagining the vast majority of the audience.
In the cinema
weren't fucking be like.
I need to see it twice before I eventually see it happen in real life. Yeah,
I'm going to do the fucking mission.
Yeah.
So we get to the part where they are like putting this fucking big pressure tube thing onto the plane, onto the board on it, and then the engineer, you have to climb up the ladder. You unfit guy have to climb up the ladder so you can look at pressure valves and open a fucking door. It doesn't really look that complicated. But he had to do it.
And when he does do it, I was just like, all right, okay, this is quite cool. This seems quite real, as if this is how it would go. And then like when he opens it, the actual door and the terrace. So now the two planes are connected. Why does it come back down the ladder?
Well, no, the spec op guy is like right behind.
I know, that's what I mean. Why?
Like shouting at him.
Oh, he has to put in a clip to stop the buzzer going off. Yeah, exactly. But like, what happens then? It goes into the cockpit. The light goes off. The guy goes, "Oh, that must be like a wee malfunctioning," because they would lose. Because they're thinking if it was open, we'd be losing pressure. We're not losing pressure. So, the light itself is just fucked. So, like, they just ignore it anyway. But they're like, we need a guy up there to make sure they turn that light off immediately so it doesn't cause concern. Like,
it's really funny, because this wee engineer guy is just like, I'm just an engineer, and then like the spec ops guy behind him was like, hurry the fuck up, you fat piece of shit.
Yeah,
you're making fun of him.
I know, you fat ass. You just get up there, you fat ass, like that. So them two go on in the plane. The guys put a clip on to stop the light going off. By the way, do you know who I thought was brilliant in this? That pilot. I thought he was fucking brilliant.
Oh, the one on the jet.
No, I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about the
pilot top,
of the
the one
airline,
the one, the bald one that's a wee bit fat. I thought he was brilliant,
I think
mate.
it's pistol whipped at the start of the film.
Yeah, mate, he's so good. He's the one that sees the light. He's the one that then has to go down into the pit at one point and later on and stuff like that. I thought he was so good.
Well, we're in that instance of like they've got the tube kind of connected and all that, but then like the guy who's like the terrorist who's also a pilot and watching the two pilots goes like, we should be climbing higher. Why are we not climbing higher?
I know.
And then they start like climbing and
I forgot that terrorist takes over the doesn't take over the cockpit, but he comes into his cockpit and he's basically says, follow these instructions.
Be careful.
I'm a fucking pilot.
Be careful. I'm a pilot.
Yeah, but then asks like when things are going wrong, he asks what they are.
What's that like?
Yeah, exactly. You're a fucking pilot, you fucking idiot. I know. You lying bastard.
So like they're having to kind of climb along with the plane, and then turbulence is coming through because like they're like shaking about and all that.
Two planes basically connected when it shouldn't be.
Exactly.
Yeah, basically.
I even get me started in the bit where like they're approaching the fucking plane, and then like there's all this turbulence, and then the pilot has to turn around and explain to them, we're just going into the slipstream of the airliner now. That's why there's so much to it. And it's like, stop explaining fucking out.
I thought it'd be better, like when they get in the slipstream bit because of less air
it's a transition of them going into that.
I get that, but I thought when they get in it, then it'd be fine. But it seemed like when they get in it, get worse.
Because they started climbing because the weight was pulling them down.
Oh, right, okay.
But that's what I mean. This is how much you get engrossed into detail, and I'm like, mate, just
get on the plane. Start shooting.
This entire scene could take like 7 minutes.
By the way, the lack of action. Fucking hell, man.
I know. It was really weird. It barely qualified as an action.
Yeah, I know.
So they're realizing like the pressurized tube's gonna fucking break open, and then they're like, fuck, and then like they're trying to get up, and they're like, look, we need to close this, or else like the pressure's gonna like fuck the airliner plane.
Yeah. He says both planes are basically gonna go, but I was like, would it though? Like the terrorist plane wouldn't. Like the terrorist plane would be fucking fine. All it is you would eventually need to close that fucking. That the pressure would obviously drop. The plane would maybe just fucking it would eventually stabilize.
Then they'd get found out though.
No, that's fine. But he was like, both planes are going to like blow up basically.
Well, the other plane, it's because it's a smaller cabin.
That makes sense, and that would fucking and obviously it does. But like fucking the big plane would be fucking fine. Like, he's like, we're all gonna die.
We're barely keeping pace with the film here.
I know.
So like, all this fucking shit's happening. All the guys are like getting up. Yep. The one black guy in the team,
stupid bit of the whole film.
One black guy in the team like fucking gets knocked out.
What even happens? How did like the turbulence?
The turbulence makes all of them fall.
But like paralyzes them. Like what? How bad was that fall?
He gets knocked out and he's hanging, and then they're like, shit, we need to get him up, and then like Kurt Russell's like coming up after him, like fuck, I need to push him up.
Why is Kurt Russell the one?
Kurt Russell had to take charge while Steve Seagal just sat there and shouted at everybody.
Exactly, while sitting down.
Exactly.
It's like fat Steven Seagal being in young skinny. Like, if you can just fucking do that over there.
I was like, you should be doing more.
Describe it to me.
Describe me the way you felt.
Yeah. And that's the bit that pissed me off because I thought actually the film was going relatively well in the sense of this isn't really stupid. This film is actually not too bad. There's not many flaws in it as the last films we've kind of done. The worst part of it, just to get Kurt Russell on the fucking plane, he goes, get it. The guy's hanging right from a ladder. He's below him. He's looking up at the guy hanging. He's like, get above him. And it's like, what? No, because it's a fucking really tight
tunnel.
It's a tight tunnel. It's like, I can't squeeze above him. And then you see Kurt Russell like trying to squeeze above him from inside the terrorist plane. And the guys are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, we're trying to get. You're in the way, like we can't pull the black guy up because you're now squashed.
Mate, this is all under Steve Seagal's instruction.
He says it like twice. Get above him. What to do? What?
Mate, he's just fucking up. That's why I didn't like Steve Seagal at all.
Ah, right, okay.
And he's just shouting at everybody, and then like they all eventually like get up, and they're like, shit. We're gonna have to close his hatch.
Yeah. We're running out of time.
Kurt Russell's like, oh, we're not gonna make it. And then like Steve Seagal's like, you are, and he just fucking shuts the door. And then Steve Seagal just gets sucked out of the ship.
It's so bad. It's like a mannequin. It's real stiff as fuck. Like it just rotating.
And Steve Seagal's dead. That's him. He's out of the film.
I was like, what the fuck? I thought he had a big part in this
I
film.
thought it was going to be pure like, I'm going to take over the like. I thought it was like, but
it would have been better than like button heads the whole movie. Like,
exactly.
Fucking,
like,
he's dead. 5 minutes.
Another kind of Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
And then the pilot's like, right, fuck this, I'm bailing out, and then he launches himself off the plane.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
because the plane starts fucking flipping, like the whole corridor's gone
and all that.
Yeah.
By the way, they've just got on the plane.
Nothing happens after that.
After that,
this is like the most exciting bits. Everything else is boring. Just walking about the plane.
So, like, get on the plane, semi-successfully. They lose the team leader.
Yeah.
And the plane and the fucking operation.
Mm.
So then they're kind of trying to assess the situation, and they're like, right, so we've got a guy in our team who is now paralyzed from the waist down.
Like, how does that guy like assess them?
Oh, we're down a team leader.
Yeah,
we've gained an engineer and an intel guy and paralyzed
a pencil pusher.
And paralyzed like our bomb disposal guy.
We lost the team leader. Sorry,
we lost 2 integral pieces. Now we've got 2 like needless pieces like in the puzzle now.
Yeah.
So let's see what we were at.
The light went off in the cockpit again because they fucked it, and the pilot has to go down basically, and they basically tell us go down and fucking check that, and he's like, it happens, like just chill out. And he's like, no, I'll go down and check it. And he's like, right, okay. So I pure believe this guy is a pilot. I was like, he's fucking brilliant. So then he goes down. For some reason, they decide to send him down himself. I don't know. Like, there's enough space in this pit kind of area. Don't know why terrorist doesn't go down. But this is where all the special ops people are all like, aye.
It's hilarious, but because the pilot goes down and he looks around and then he's just like seeing everybody, and Kurt Russell just go like here, and he looks down and this paralyzed guy is just staring up at him. He's just like,
why didn't they grab him by like his vest and at least pull him into a corner? Because they've all went round like these like motherboards, computers and shit like that, and pipes and shit. They couldn't have pulled him into a pipe. Like, what the fuck? What did they think was going to happen? Like that? That's the thing. Actually, special people have no idea who's coming down. So it could just be a terrorist go down, see a guy just lying there, and just go shoot. And they just left that guy for dead. Like their pal that's paralyzed because he's just like that. Like me,
it's the way that he's pure staring intently at the guy. Like,
what the fuck's going on?
It was so funny. And then
the pilot sees Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's like,
Kurt Russell just gives him like a
word.
blown out circuit board and goes, tell them. Fucking hang.
Give them it's that. Aye.
He goes up and he's like, oh, it's just a blown out circuit board. And then Poirot, fucking terrorist, is like,
said the Sloth.
And he just looks down.
I love that bit.
He looks down into the wee pit, and he just kind of glances down.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, right, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And then it's this pure tense moment, and it's so funny. Kurt Russell just kind of like looks over at everyone else, and then the Asian guy's just staring at him with his mouth wide open.
He's in the background. That's really weird.
I mean, I remember reading in those like these mad SAS books. Apparently, you're meant to do that because it stops you making noise.
Oh yeah, breathing. Yeah,
while you're breathing, it's meant that how you make like noise in your stomach and all that. Like, if you do that, the airway stops these noises getting made. See, like, apparently, like when you're
no chance it's that detailed, man.
No, I don't think it was that detailed. But I was
just in the background getting caught off guard.
I was just trying to think why is he that way his mouth and he's like staring at Carl, so he's not looking at anything.
It's so stupid. You know, it's stupid as well. Like, I love that. Said the Sloth like gets seen by the pilot as well when he's like everyone's basically telling him to shut up and he's got a gun and he's obviously like shiting himself but Sid goes like look in my arm and he like takes a the Velcro that would have been fucking loud, takes the Velcro off and shows him it's like America, shows him the American flag like we're here to save the day, like
and he's pointing
don't panic.
He's pointing an unsilenced gun at him.
Yeah, I know, that's a good point as well. There's some guns were unsilent. I thought that was really
detail there.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then, like, so all that, the pilot's kind of reassured them, everything's fine. Let's just fucking keep flying.
Yep.
Then you find out the team have forgot to bring the satellite radio, and then like the engineer just immediately starts freaking out.
Aye.
And just go,
I thought that was good as well.
We can negotiate with the terrorist. He tries to climb up the ladder.
Game over, man. It's game over.
And then the spec ops They start like making fun of him, going like, "This fat piece of shit is
gonna get his own key."
Like, this guy never wanted to be here.
I know.
He'd be pure forced onto this plane.
I know. You made him literally go onto the plane in the first place at the start as well. Like, get him fucking down the ladder.
And this guy's like terrified because he's just like one of our people are the guy who called me in here just got fucking launched into the air.
I know.
He's dead now.
I know.
And then like
he put a fucking knife up to his throat. Is he like, if you narc, you fucking narc.
And he's found out like one of the other guys is like paralyzed, and then these guys are meant to be spec ops people. They're meant to be able to deal with civilians, and it falls to Kurt Russell to be like that. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
You guys stop pointing a knife at this civilian.
Take it off his neck. Yeah. But yeah, this is a bit where it starts getting fucking boring. After this is when they're like, right, okay, we need to come up with a plan which changes a million times.
Kurt Russell has to explain to him, like, look, by the way, the nerve gas is a fucking priority here.
Yeah. And they're like, no, we'll just cut the lights and take out
cut the lights and shoot everybody, because that works like, every other time.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, but we don't know where the bomb is, and like, we don't know if it's like a timer. But to be fair, they could have shut the lights off and taken out the terrorists and then started looking for the bombs. But like, I don't know, he's like, you never know, it could be a dead man switch. But they could have said that actually.
No, because it could have been like triggered by anything.
I know.
They wouldn't know.
I know.
So like,
want to find the bomb, and then want to find, for some reason, Kurt Russell really wants to find the leader.
Who's Poirot? But like, the thing is, he's like, we don't know what he looks like, and then he's like, right,
I know his voice.
And then like this kind of second in command, we call him Sid.
I said the Sloth.
His name's Rat, and his code name's Rat.
Is his Rat?
But I'd know him if I seen him, and you're like.
Did they say like they were in the same school or some shit?
No, he says he like studied him, and he has a picture of him when he was a student, and it's like 25 years ago.
Right, okay, that's pretty cool. That's a cool dark thing.
Yeah, it's quite funny because then like they're like, right, we need to like set up cameras so we can get an idea of everyone on the plane.
Yeah, find out the paralysed black guys, the bomb experts are like, for fuck's sake,
but like it's just so funny. Everyone's pure like setting up, pure doing stuff like. Yep. Kurt Russell's on a computer, like getting an idea of like the lay of the plane, and then identifying everything. All the other guys
tagging
it
like he's got like a wee computer game.
Yeah, and he's like, okay,
there's two people here.
There's starboard.
Yeah,
and then like all the other guys are setting up mics and cameras, and it just cuts to the paralyzed guy just staring at the camera, and it's like, I can't do it.
Yeah. Think about how different his life's going to be if he survives.
You're just going to think, what am I going to do after this? Like, I'm not going to be a spec ops guy anymore.
I could have internal bleeding.
Yeah. Am I going to die then? I don't know.
So they start drilling holes. So,
and the engineer's just sitting there, you're freaking out, like, oh my god, like, I'm on a moving plane with terrorists.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there with a wee straw in my mouth.
I had an idea. I was like, why didn't they like try and get up into the passenger bit when it was clear and swap places with some passengers, and then they could assess the situation?
I think that's too risky.
Well, at least one of them could have done it.
Just sitting there,
put a passenger down below, and you take their seat.
And sit there indiscreetly with a fucking headset on going, I had this on.
Watching a movie. It's called Executive Decision. It's terrible.
It's so detailed. If I had to start explaining it, I'd be even like 3 hours.
The plane would land. So they start finding all the nooks and crannies of the plane. So one of them's below, one of them's above. Quite a cool wee bit. Like one of them's above, it's Sid the Sloth, and he put some grappling gear on himself, so he can like basically shimmy across without going through the ceiling.
It's like the roof of the plane, and he has to like shimmy across, and they're all drilling like in the floors.
He drills. It's so careless. He drills a hole at the top, and it's like, how would you know like where you're drilling? If there's a person right below, the debris could start literally like just.
Everyone could hear a drill.
A drill's loud. I know exactly.
I suppose on a plane there is that like the normal noise you're on a tin can flying like 400 miles an hour. But
so they can get those rod cameras through, and then they can find out where everybody is basically. But it's like it changes all the time. So, but anyway,
so some like zip line thing that the guy's like shimmying across, and then like Kurt Russell has to go across the zip line.
Yeah, no, that's so stupid. Right? So like Kurt Russell's sitting there getting intel, going right. There's 2 in the cabin, there's 2 in the fucking galley or whatever they call it, and other things, right? And he's like, okay, and then he says none of them are the guy because he's listening, obviously, in the camera, and he's like, you better just come. He goes, no, Sid the Sloth goes, this isn't working. And he's like, yes, it is. It's doing exactly what you set out to do, right? And he goes, you better come up. And it's like, why?
Climb
why
up.
you come up? You don't, like, because what you're
Let's
saying,
get
this is
you
what he
involved.
looks like. So what's the difference between him just hearing that? Then, like,
it's like they're wanting Steve Seagal's wishes to be honoured by like putting him in more uncomfortable situations.
Yeah, get him in action.
So then he has to go across the zip line, and then,
but
like,
how did they get upstairs though? They go through that the elevator.
It's like
it's like an elevator shaft basically.
That's got a ladder on it.
But they still get windows. And before they show the windows, so like at some point, Sloth was going up that bit for the window, and they could have easily get caught. See. Yeah, exactly.
But so then like Kurt Russell goes up. It just seems like Kurt Russell's up there to demonstrate how fucking awkward a zipline is, because he's just pure struggling to go wrong. Exactly, and
he's a safety video.
yeah, but you just see him struggling, like, and how like shit it is.
Why does he make him take his fucking shoes off?
I takes his shoes off and then like goes like, hope they don't smell you there, and you're like, what is this?
What's this for?
Oh, and I'm like this.
We need a joke somewhere. Put a joke in there.
I was like, mate, this film is fucking so many different waves of tone.
I know. He nearly falls basically, and he drops his glasses through the elevator shaft.
And then like there's this kind of.
Does anyone ever find the glasses?
No, he goes down and retrieves them.
Oh, then he nearly gets caught.
Because Halle Berry.
This is what I didn't get.
Wait. See, in between that, when he's doing the whole zipline thing and then looking at looking through the camera,
yep.
It just cuts to that mad senator and his wee assistant, and then the assistant just kind of like just randomly looks at him. This is like an amazing PR opportunity. Like, think what this could do for your campaign.
Podcast, like, you don't understand. You need to take hold of this moment, this opportunity presented to you. Turn your disadvantages into advantages. Like,
it's just so random.
He goes. This will look. See if you can negotiate, because he's a senator. He's like, see if you can negotiate this plane down, then you fucking become president.
You'll be a hero.
The guy's like, president. Fuck off, I'm a fucking minute. The guys both count.
He's like, how are you thinking of this?
And then the guy goes, remember what Jesse Jackson did? And I was just like, yeah, apologize. Apologize. Terrorists.
So we get back, and Kurt Russell comes back to fucking Sid. I guess you've dubbed him as that. So
Sid the Sloth. That's who he is.
So then he drops his glasses, and then he gets lowered down to like the lift shaft, and then Halle Berry just happens to see him.
But this is the thing, though. Kurt Russell says stop. So like he's hanging exposed. He could keep going and he'd be fine, but he's hanging exposed in the window, and he's the one that tells Sid the Sloth to stop putting him down. And it's like, well, you're just hanging there and you're going to get caught. Like, it's pure stupid. Why does he tell him to stop?
I think it's because he sees Halle. It's because Halle Berry, the guy goes up to Halle Berry,
right,
and then they're like, and
she hides him for him. But
she stands in front.
He's not. It's not like the wire stuck.
But she stands in front, and then Kurt Russell notices, oh fuck, this is the one terrorist that I've not seen. This must be the guy. Like, there's just this awkward shot of like Kurt Russell looking at the guy through between Halle Berry's legs, and then it's like, what a weird camera
angle he's got. He's basically. I thought that as well.
And I was just kind of like, no woman stands with their legs that far apart in a skirt. Like, it just seemed really odd. Like.
But look, this is here. Look, see, he says stop. It's nothing to do with Poro. It's to do with Halle Berry.
Oh, it's because he sees it. I think Kurt Russell wanted to fire into Halle Berry a wee bit.
Look there. I don't know how.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, he comes later on.
Right.
But that would make sense. What you said is what probably should have happened.
So I kind of accidentally introduced logic into this film.
Yeah, exactly. But he seems to be. He's clued into everything. He seems to know that, like, when Halle Berry's been a wee sneaky cunt.
Aye, he knows women
because he opens up the shaft and it's gone. Yeah.
So then that kind of gets glossed over.
Never mind. But it means that he's established like contact with Halle Berry that he'll then use later on.
And then they get back down, and then Halle Berry covers for him and everything.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Russell just kind of goes, holy shit, because he finds the bomb eventually.
Yep.
And they're like, this isn't just Washington. This is enough to take out the entire Eastern Seaboard. And that really means a lot.
No one's ever said those words ever. Eastern Seaboard.
I mean, it's an American term, isn't it? Which basically means their world.
Coast. Yeah.
So East Coast, so it's like fucking, East Coast is like New York and Washington and all that.
Our most important shit.
Yeah, the places that everyone
like our shit over there. Yeah.
The center of the world.
Yeah. then the senator comes over and he's like, right, okay, fuck it, I'm going to actually try. He's like, I can like get you what you want and stuff like that. And the guys, was like, aye, because it'll look good for you. He's like, look good for you. Like we'll both get what we want and stuff like that. And he's like,
and you find that the captured terrorist is agreeing that he's like, yeah, I don't really want any bad things to happen right now. So I'm going to do what I can to help out. And then it just seems so bullshit that he'd just willingly do that. And then
so they're looking for the bomb as well. Sorry, down below.
So they found the bomb, and then they're like,
holy shit, the bomb's bigger than I expected in my head.
I thought it was like going to be like a little C4.
That's never happened in any film.
It's an unexpected thing. Number 6 has happened in the film. So the paralyzed guy he has to kind of
still sitting up.
Now he's next to the bomb, and then he has to kind of assess the bomb while lying down with her eye being moved.
I've never seen him move.
And then he has to like assess the bomb with a remote camera.
And
then like all that.
And
right,
a tiny mirror he's got.
It's wee shit. Right, he's got the wee stick cam.
Is that what it is?
And then he kind
By the way, they could wheel him towards the bomb, but they couldn't wheel him out the way when someone was coming down that shaft.
No, they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared enough.
Why didn't they have a go at them? Going to give cheers, like lads, you just fucking left me. Like
you're forgetting about him. Where's
stepping over him? What's his name? Is his name like Clappy or something? Like?
Copy or Cappy? Cappy?
I
think it might have been a captain.
Yeah.
So then, because he's meant to be the older one out of all of them.
Yeah.
And that's why it took so long to get up the ladder.
Yeah.
So they go like that, right? Who's going to disassemble the bomb? And then they all look at the engineer. Yeah. And they're like, aye, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
So then Kurt Russell realizes that he is going to have to end up getting involved here because they're like, we don't really have enough guns to fucking take all of them out.
Yeah.
So
the guy, because I thought that was quite decent because the Asian guy was like, I can take it like 2 or 3, but you're really pushing it at 3 and 4. And he's like, we need like to take them all at the same time. And also, like, do you think it's a bit weird that they're so willing to open fire on their plane? Like,
yeah, I know. You'd think that'd be the kind of last.
Aye, totally. And then like use knives. You've got knives. You've done it previously in the film. Like,
or just use guns that aren't like going to blow holes.
Aye, because one of them's a fucking proper semi-automatic.
He gives fucking Kurt Russell a shotgun.
Yeah. I fucking forgot.
He's got like a mad pump action shotgun.
When they're ready, and he's like, just what does he say? Just don't look at their eyes and just open the hatch and shoot. And I'm like, why did you bring the shotgun?
Why give the most inexperienced guy a fucking shotgun?
So he doesn't miss.
I think a pistol could do. But anyway, Kurt Russell
definitely going to blow a fucking hole in the fucking plane.
No, definitely.
Definitely.
So then the engineer gets talked through this bomb disarmament.
Yeah.
So the team are all
like
they're all holding they hold up the bomb and then they realise, oh shit.
Takes you through it, as you said, over detailed. It's an isolated trigger.
Mate, but by the way, guys,
did a metal cylinder?
If you're going to watch this, but like you're going to get a pure crash course in bomb disposal.
Yeah.
And then the team realise that the bomb can actually be rearmed remotely.
Right.
So there's some other fucking guy that we don't know about sitting
I thought it was quite good.
It was pretty clever. But then I'm just
like unnecessary though. Yeah,
like just like another fucking detail that I have to fucking remember.
Yeah.
And like in this fucking big miasma of fucking plot twist.
The miasma of the plan.
So then the bomb specialist just goes like, while the guy's trying to disarm it, he just passes out. He's like, my back's broken.
But he dies. He does a death scene.
I thought he was dead.
He does a death scene. That's not unconscious. Like if you get knocked unconscious, you just kind of go like that. You don't go like, I'm suddenly going unconscious. That does that.
The slowest fall unconscious.
Yeah, that's you clinging on to life and you're dying.
Then
they think he's dead.
The captured terrorist calls like this main Poirot terrorist. I'll call him Poirot terrorist now.
Yeah.
And he says like, look,
who's like French or Italian in real life or something, man. He's not fucking Arabic.
I know, but it's like anybody. It's like the
slight tan.
Greeks can be fucking mistaken for Arabic.
I know.
So then the captured terrorist. This is the one in London. Remember him? I don't know if you can follow all this. I'm sorry, but like I have to tell you. So he's like saying, "Look, mate, like we don't want any more bloodshed. So I'm going to be freed. They're going to give in to your demands. Like." Let's fucking wrap this up. No one gets hurt. Go. And then he just kind of realizes that the Poirot terrorist is a total fanatic. He's just like, right, here we fucking go.
Yeah.
We're the real secret soldiers of Allah and everything.
Yeah.
And then like he announces to the rest of his team, this is the terrorist guy.
Uh-huh.
Look, they fucking freed the big man and everything.
they're all
And then
they celebrate.
mate, all of them do the most terrifying celebration for a passenger. They all go like, Allahu Akbar! And then
I like shaking their guns.
Exactly. If I was a fucking passenger, I would just start screaming.
I know that's
I'd do a last ditch effort.
Because you think that's them a bit of
that's
crash
it.
or something.
You think the bomb's gonna go off there?
Yeah.
So like that was fucking terrifying for me.
And then they realise that wasn't really part of that guy's plan. That guy's got a separate plan that he's not told everybody about.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, I'm doing something more.
Yeah.
And the operations kind of control people. They get the top brass, the decision makers.
The Pentagon.
The Pentagon. Because they realise, fuck, this guy's nuts. He's not actually going to get, go along with it.
You've fingered his demands and he's now just not paying. He doesn't care. He's just fucking carrying on.
And here it comes, mate. Here it comes.
Oh,
they go let the fucking scramble jets. And he goes like,
the president.
He's like, right, let's get the jets out here.
An executive.
He's just like, it's an executive decision. And then that's the last time you hear it.
The film just ends. Part 2 coming out next year. He said it. He said the film title.
So then the film kind of reveals that the main terrorist has been keeping this nerve gas secret from the rest of his crew.
The biggest fucking bomb. How did they get the bomb in the plane?
Yeah, that's another one. How did you get the big giant,
So it's his own thing. Like it's a full. It's not even a suitcase. It's bigger than a suitcase.
I know it's in the big hold area. It's massive. So how do you get
massive crate?
How do you get and a giant, really overly complex. And by the way, we're going to get into how complex this fucking thing is.
Of a Middle Eastern joke, and they take that out. How do you get a bomb crate on a plane?
It's about,
I know this one.
6 AKs. Disassembled pistol, and a giant nerve agent canister bomb.
Aye.
All that gets in the plane. No one knows.
People in disguise that are on like federal fucking wanted lists.
Yeah.
Like as well, all on the plane.
All the detail this film goes into, we don't understand how the big main things actually go through. Because
usually in these films as well, you see these people getting on the plane first, don't you?
And then you get the bit where it's like, I don't know, an air hostess or some security guy is actually in on it, and then he's like... I
wonder if, like you're saying, I wonder if 9/11 changed that so much that was it even, they didn't even show that in films because it wasn't a thing. Because you do get it in like TV stuff, like old TV stuff, where you see them just literally walk up to the gate. Like there's not even a bit before it. It seems like they just walk straight up to the gate and go, "Here's my passport."
But before you could accompany somebody, you could go through security.
You didn't even have a passport.
No. If you could just see them off at the gate.
Oh, right,
remember like Friends and all that.
That's
where
like
people would always like saying bye at the fucking gate.
Yeah.
Like all that shit, and then like people would wait for you as you got off your plane.
So better.
I know.
Okay, sorry. So basically, now the film's just turned into a defusing a bomb. And finding out who the trigger guy is.
Well, right. So that main Poirot terrorist kind of goes like that. Yeah. By the way, there's a bigger fucking plan. We're actually going to do something more. And then one of these guys goes like that. Yeah, we all know that you're not the boss. Yeah. You're actually
the boss. Just get freed.
The boss just get freed. We're not going to follow your random plan you've not told us about.
Yeah.
And then the guy just freaks out.
Speak back to me.
Just freaks out, starts pistol whipping him, just shoots him, and he's like, right, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to say anything.
Yeah. I love like the scenes like that, right? Halle Berry's in the background of like every scene of everything that kind of goes down. It's like she's in the background, like kind of going like the Asian guy with the mouth open, like, oh my god, this is happening. She's in the background of all these bits.
I just kind of looking horrified.
Yeah. It's like, how small is this plane? She's always there. So yeah.
But see, right after he shoots his second in command, the mad senator turns round to his mad aide and goes, what the fuck did you get me into?
I know.
I can't believe I let you tuck me into this.
And it's like, what, getting on the plane? Like, he's not his fault, it's been taken over.
Well, because he came up to the terrorist and was like, by the way,
what's going to happen? We did think would happen, or like, nothing's changed. Nothing different going to happen in the centre. Like,
yeah, well, it just is that you got me in a one conversation with a fucking nut job.
Fuck's
sake. But it's just kind of like, you know what? You're a senator, mate. You didn't have to listen to the 24-year-old aide. Like you did that. Yeah. You made the executive decision.
So then the guy's released. He basically talks to him, says we're released. He said it's not about that. So then I think now the Pentagon now think it must be the nerve agent must be on the plane then. Because that's what we've actually completely fucking forgot all that. The Pentagon have absolutely no idea that the special ops made it on. They just lost signal.
Yeah,
so they have no idea that they made it onto the plane. They still don't know. So they've given them like maybe an hour or something like that to see if they can establish contact. But the special ops team don't have their gear because it get fucking taken away with Steve Seagal.
Steve Seagal had it all along.
Yeah.
The guy that's telling everyone what to do had all the integral stuff with him.
Having in his pockets.
Yet again, how Steve Seagal fucking sucks in this film.
So I think
I'm winning, by the way, on the Steve Seagal being a fucking dickhead in this.
Yeah. So Pentagon are basically saying, right, what's our next courses of action? We need to take the jets, the executive decision. But they still don't know that Kurt Russell and that's on the plane.
Alright, so then we get back down to like, you know, the hold where like Kurt Russell's kind of going like, you're an engineer, man. Let's we need to figure out how to identify the remote bomb controller, and then they both kind of come up with something, and the engineer's like, well, maybe if we do this, and then we do, you know, over the technical stuff, and then he's like, oh, that's brilliant, man, well done, like what a good idea, I told you could do it, and then just as they're about to go through it, the bomb specialist guy just wakes up and goes like, no, don't do that, that was a fucking dumb plan. And then then Kurt Russell makes fun of it. Then like Kurt Russell makes fun of him again. Like after this engineer who's just freaking out the whole time. He goes, right, well, what the fuck am I meant to do now? If like that plan won't work, and then Kurt Russell just goes, just use your magic wand, and he just refers to the bad straw that the guy keeps on.
Fuck, we didn't need that. Like if that's gonna. Like that's the thing that comes into play later on, and you know it comes into play later on. But we didn't need that stupid establishing. Like it just didn't fit. It was so unnatural.
But he has to make some kind of smart line because he's Kurt Russell.
No, but he has to make a smart line about the thing that he's chewing on, because the thing he's chewing on comes into play later on. It's like everyone's going, remember Kurt Russell said that thing about it? Whoa!
Remember he commented on the plot device?
Yeah. He inspired him. He inspired him.
Amazing, isn't he?
Yeah.
So the bomb specialist is like kind of like woken up and totally shut down the plan. And he's just like, right, I'm back now. My spine's still broken, but I'm fine. So Kurt Russell starts talking to Halle Berry, like on the phone. He manages to get the phone to light up, and Halle Berry picks up the phone. So he can't help himself. He starts to kind of hit on her a little bit.
But who can blame him? He's Kurt Russell.
I know. So he starts telling the plan, and then the main terrorist sees Halle Berry on the floor, and pure freaks the fuck out and runs over to him, pure smashes her against the table.
He's falling about the whole film.
He's constantly like, he's constantly pure staggering towards people. So then he pushes her, and then she's like, I thought someone was on the phone. He pure like, right, maybe I did fucking freak out there. I'm going a bit mental, and he's like, right, okay. Just fucking don't. Why was you on the phone? It's stupid. Like I know. It was a very thin kind of excuse.
To be fair though, like you wouldn't think people are somehow got on the plane from another plane. Like nobody's ever going to think that operation's happened.
This must have happened.
If you're the terrorist, you would be like, right, there's nobody on this plane but us. Like nobody's got on the plane after us. It can't be done. It cannot be done.
But that whole episode, like after that he pushes her, which is heavy, hard how he pushes her, like, it just kind of gets glossed over. He's like, okay, carry on. And you're like, what the fuck?
I still love you. I do this because I love you.
So Halle Berry understands that she's got to like kind of do something to identify this guy with a remote bomb. That's what Kurt Russell was doing before he started hitting on.
Was it a sleeper detonator or something?
Yeah. And then
cool.
She starts handing out magazines to everybody, and it's like, that's not suspicious.
Not gun magazines, actual paper magazines.
Real magazines. And then she like kind of gives the air marshal a wee bit of a heads up, and she's trying to look.
Fuck all. She's done more than the air marshal's done the whole film.
Nah, no, she's doing amazing. She's doing great. She's just
stunning.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah, she points at the magazine that there's an army force, and she goes like, "They're on the plane."
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like it's like what? Yeah, he said like they're on their way or something. Like she should have been way more specific. They're below us, like they're on the plane below us or something.
Use a nondescript.
But again, it doesn't help. It doesn't fucking help the US Marshal, like because he still acts when he acts.
I suppose for him it's just like,
again, no lines.
Get ready.
No lines.
He just kind of goes like, all right, and then looks about.
Big tash.
So you find the woman. So Halle Berry goes like, oh my god, I think I know who it is, because it's a guy that's got a BlackBerry.
Yep.
And it was the guy who was a dickhead at the start of the film that pure
was
shouted
so
at a
funny.
mad
The
woman.
Karen woman.
Aye, some Karen woman comes on the plane and
Drops
then
her
like
stuff on his stuff. His stuff is on her seat.
It drops the stuff in the middle seat and then it just goes, "You stupid woman!"
Stupid woman. Like, yeah, so fine. She's like, "I'm sorry."
So we're like, "Oh my god, it was him all along."
Yeah.
That's the sleeper guy.
Yeah. Because he was dead protective with the thing that he had, and it was some weird device.
His piece of technology that's his.
So Halle thinks it's him.
So then we're like, right, okay, we've identified
back to basically make sure.
Did she give us a seat number to them through like shows her hand to the camera that's set up?
Yeah.
So
again, Halle Berry just gets free roam of like walking about constantly.
It's fine for
terrorist
her.
operation.
Yeah, exactly.
As a prisoner, she just gets to do what she wants.
The boss kind of fancies her, so just leave her alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave and heroic.
Yeah.
So then it cuts to Cal. By the way, so many fucking cutbacks to all these separate things going on. It's nuts. I struggled to kind of pay attention to this film.
Yeah.
I had to be so focused.
So funny. He's so engineer. He's mad melting laser pens cool in it. It melts the rubber off.
It's a soldering iron.
Right, is it? Is that real?
That's how you make like motherboards and all that.
That's cool. So he uses that to basically get the rubber away before he cuts wires, which is a wee bit pointless. You would just cut the fucking wire.
But it's in case like the wire's rigged as well. Like you don't know what's rigged. So he's like cutting through it. And then he's like getting talked through it, and then he's like, "Mate, I can't keep my fucking hand steady." He's saying that to the bomb disposal guy, and then the bomb disposal guy just kind of like starts talking him through meditation stuff. You think he's going to give him some secret technique, and he just goes like that. Look, just take a big, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and then just goes like that. Right now, cut that fucking wire, and then he cuts the wire, and then the whole thing starts going pure haywire.
No, does not get a wee tiny bit of turbulence or something?
No. Yeah. He cuts it, and then it just goes fucking nuts. Like the mad machine goes nuts, and then he's like,
but no, what it is, it's the guy runs. So the sleeper agent guy was running tests every now and then to see if the bomb was working.
Right.
So that's how they figured out there was a sleeper trigger. And what happens is he runs a test as he's about to cut one wire, and he cuts 4 by mistake, and then they go fuck like. And they think they were going to be. They basically was like, we should be dead, and that's when he realizes this bomb's a fake.
It's like those are actually.
We still got 40 minutes of the film to go.
You're like, oh my god, another fucking and it's like there's a bomb within the bomb setup, and you're like,
I know. It's like, why couldn't you show all the other stuff going on, and then come back to the bomb people whenever? Like you didn't need to keep coming back to the bomb people, and then you've run out of what bomb stuff to do. and you went, actually, let's make that one fake.
We need more bomb shit over and over again. We need to give this paralyzed guy more reason to be in the film.
Yeah.
So then where are we now? So the fighter jets have started to arrive.
Look at the jets come in. The plane's not moving.
They cut in front of the plane.
Look, it's not moving.
Because it's all like models. You can pure tell it's all made with models.
I know.
Then like the pilots are like saying to the terrorist that's watching over them, he's like, right, okay, there's fucking jets here, mate.
So the normal pilots start kind of panicking a wee bit because they're just like, we're going to blow up.
We're going to get shot the fuck down.
I don't care. And the terrorists are like, you fucking do this, fucking do that. And they're just like, mate, like, I know you've got a gun at me, but they're also they're going to blow them up. So like, I don't really care about your gun at the moment. Like, it's kind of redundant. Like, we need to answer the phone.
Well, then we like the planes are demanding that they go down and everything, and then they're just like, nah, fucking just ignore them and everything. And then cut back to the bomb.
They're going to shoot us, you fucking idiots. Like,
we cut back to the bomb situation, and then obviously we're finding that there's a different kind of bomb setup. See if you thought this was fucking complex, just listen to this shit. So then the guy goes like, oh god, the metal is really cold. And he goes, right, I've got the bomb disposal guy's like, right, I've got a can of compressed air, spray that on it. And then he goes, right,
like,
use it.
I didn't get that at all.
I didn't get it. And he's like, use the infrared goggles to look at it. And then he just sees that there's like all these fucking motion sensor lasers within the bomb setup. So you're just like, fuck off. How? And then
mate, there's millions though. Like, it's like how, I guess the whole point is you don't want someone, but it's pure overkill. You don't want someone disarming the bomb, but it's so overkill.
Exactly.
It's like 40 lasers going across each other.
Like at this point,
you don't need that many.
At this point, nobody knows that there's an established way to board a fucking airline.
I know. Why
and then they've went out all this, and then you're thinking
that's a good point. And have the fake bomb as well.
But I suppose it's just the
point.
guy who set it up. But so then
fucking idiot who wrote this.
So
whose fucking idea was it?
Exactly, whose fucking idea was this? Then the fucking bomb disposal guy goes, right, well, you know what? We need something that's not metal to go in between the kind of conductor thing that activates whenever this gets tripped.
Holy shit.
And then they go like, oh my god.
I've got just the thing.
The engineer's like, I'm chewing on my straw. And he just really looks at his straw and he's like, holy shit.
Basically, you've got like two kind of a pincer kind of thing. There's like two rods that are going to, I don't know, like how.
Yeah, if these lasers are tripped or whatever, the two rods are going to join together. That'll conduct the electronic impulse, which will make the nerve gas fucking blow up.
Yep.
That's what I gathered, right? I'm not going to go into more detail because I'm already fucking dying. So then we're cutting back. The senator gets called up to negotiate with these fucking fighter jet planes.
Aye.
And then he's like, look, I'm asking. No, wait, I'm demanding the president talk to me. And then the secretary of defense is like, no, it's just me. And then he just goes, well, and then the terrorist leader guy is just like, well, you've kind of outlived your usefulness, and just fucking blasts the senator's head off.
Yeah.
And then the senator, so like then that aide is probably shitting himself, like, oh well, at least they don't have a shit boss anymore.
Yeah.
So then the main terrorist,
I gave great advice.
I did amazing. Yeah. It was him that failed.
Did we want Starbucks?
The main terrorist kind of goes right to the Secretary of Defense. Look, I promise to kill a fucking passenger every minute if there's no further cooperation here.
Yep.
And then the fucking top brass just say to the pilots, yep, you're greenlit to fucking blow this plane with like 406 people on it out the sky.
Which, you know, they probably should have done it ages ago.
No, they would have done it in the real world. They would have done it ages ago.
Yeah, I know.
If Washington was going to get fucking nerve gassed, they would like the first mention of that would have been like, it is worth saving.
Yep.
You know, they would have went utilitarian all over it.
Yep.
But anyways, then we're getting to the point where the jets are locking on. You're seeing the targeting system come up. And then at this point, Kurt Russell and all that know that they're probably going to get blown out the sky.
Yep.
They're on the back of the plane. Fucking hell. Then one of the Spec Ops guys is like hacking in to the electronics of the plane and starts flashing the taillights. But the taillights are actually flashing in Morse code. And then he'll sit and say Hail Mary, and then they start saying like the mad code word for the mission. So then the fucking top brass know that those guys are actually still alive.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's a message.
Exactly. It's just see, watching this, it was exhausting, but thinking watching this and then taking a note of all this shit, that was like, I wish I got paid more for this.
I can't believe it worked. Like, what a stupid idea to get your the point across that you're on the plane.
I would just, but it was the only way that they had. So then, Cahill, the engineer, Cahill,
Yeah.
Cahill, but it's Chill.
Cahill, there's football players called Cahill. It's pronounced Cahill. Yeah.
So he's attempting to stop this bomb by putting a fucking straw through like a mad fucking labyrinth of like motion sensing lasers.
I know.
And he's obviously pure freaking out. He's an engineer, remember?
Yeah.
He's not some fucking bomb.
And there's a million lasers. And like his hands shaking like fuck, but you know he's not touched any of them yet.
And like, you know, in 90s films where everyone's just constantly sweating, in this film I was kind of like, I can understand why everybody's sweating, because there's so much going on and so much changing. Nothing's consistent. Everything that like pure turns around over and over again.
They should be absolutely freezing. Because when you're in the baggage and that stuff, it's freezing in all those bits, like genuinely like 0 degrees.
Have you hung out there before?
Aye. No, they actually are though, because they're just exposed to basically the elements.
That's good that they keep the dogs and all that down there.
I know, it's mental.
So then Kurt Russell goes and tells Halle Berry to get to the galley, and he just picks up his gun. It's just, this is a moment in the film where it's like, it's time for some actual action.
I know, mate, I know. And do you know what? This is a fucking bit where I paid like least attention.
Yeah, because you're so drained from keeping up with everything else. You're just like, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sweating.
This is definitely one of those films that could have done with an intermission.
I know what you mean. I know. A part 2. After the executive decision line.
So they've got from telling these pilots, these jet pilots, giving them the fucking Morse code.
Yep.
They have 10 minutes. They have 10 minutes to get everything done.
Yep.
So the next 10 minutes are obviously going to be very important. So totally understandable that everyone's sweating so much.
God damn, we're going to give them 10 minutes.
But
they're already over land at this point as well.
Well, at this point,
25 miles, I think it said.
How
fast can a plane cover in 25 miles? Very fucking quick.
Oh, but
traveling 200 mile an hour.
You'd be at like cabin crew, prepare for landing. Like,
Yeah.
that would be the point at 25 miles.
He says they're 25 miles out, like we still get time.
No, 25 miles out from US kind of like.
You sure? Because it shows you the map and they're over the land.
I don't know, mate. I'm just trying to get through this
Dude,
episode.
this I know.
So then so Kurt Russell just comes up in the actual plane with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
With a hoodie on.
And his hair's pure slicked back.
So he looks like a terrorist, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
he's also like got the gun, so it looks
he's got a silenced pistol and everyone else has got AK-47s.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of like getting Halle Berry to take him to who they think the sleeper agent guy is.
Yeah.
And then takes him over. And then like Kurt Russell sees him and then just like goes, you fucking piece of shit. And then it's just a guy's like holding all these diamonds. And then he's just like, you aren't the sleeper agent. You're just some dick
guy
with a
who's
black
paranoid.
And then he looks around. He's like, oh my God, where the fuck is the sleeper? And then the sleeper guy's just staring at him.
Everyone else is panicking as well. Yeah.
But because he's like, a pistol fucking looking about.
I know. Just it's funny.
And then the sleeper guy's just like staring at him from the back of the plane. He's just pure like holding up his wee phone.
He's Nintendo DS.
And then he's just like pure.
I'm gonna press enter.
But is he even press enter? He's like pressing about 60 keys to get to be able to press enter key.
That's quite good though. Like Kurt Russell proper froze himself. Like in real life, you would do that. Like you see that. Like he actually froze himself over like 5 aisles of seats. Like. Yeah, probably kneeing people in the face.
Not giving a
like
shit.
an old woman, like he's like, get out of fucking way. Like we're literally all gonna die. Like that's what you would do. You wouldn't go like to the end of that. Excuse me. Oh, can I just switch over? I need to get to that guy.
I'm so sorry. I need to save this plane.
So they start fighting basically.
They're like wrestling through.
Yep.
This point, the entire fucking like Spec Ops team finally get to do what they wanted to do. Like half an hour into
because they've all taken off like Kurt Russell's lead, the pencil pusher guy who fucking like at no point did they say like right we're gonna go on your mark. He just fucking goes rogue. He goes rogue.
He made another executive decision.
What?
There's many executive decisions that go on.
This film's amazing.
Just one. It should have been called Executive Decisions.
Kurt Russell's executive decision. So they start shooting all the terrorists, and again nobody misses a fucking beat, and they don't shoot the fucking
no civilians are harmed, and then
Kurt Russell don't shoot fucking any holes in the fucking plane.
Yeah, well, Kurt Russell's just like and he's just trying to like run over, and then his foot gets caught in a wee food cabinet.
Mate, it's so ridiculous. Like no one's holding his leg. He's acting like someone's like holding onto his leg and holding him back. His foot's like, how's your foot that stuck in a cabinet?
And then like the guy, the wee guy is just
so close to pushing enter basically.
And then he just kind of stops all the time when like people when more noises go on, and then like he gets shot by Sid, and then like. He's just like kind of crawling towards the mad wee thing to press enter key. Then Kurt Russell, who's still not managed to free himself from this cabinet, is
from
just
the monster cabinet.
And he's just crawling in, and the guy hits the enter key. Just he hits the enter key, the fucking Cal's like got his cunt bear is like got his straw and it clamps into the straw, and then Kurt Russell's like, oh my fucking god,
his reaction's quite good though.
It's a
Gail's reaction's great. He's like,
and then Kurt Russell's like, right, we're fucking dead, and then he looks about, and then
like, why are we not dead?
Some terrorist gets shot, and then he just starts spraying his AK-47 all over the place, breaching the hull. People get sucked out. The guy who detonated the bomb gets sucked out of the plane.
They get sucked out. Dead funny. It's just like wee.
It looks like how a Hoover would be, like a weak
on
Hoover.
A dead body.
Yeah. And then
disabled guys getting pure fucked with the turbulence.
Because his broken spine is getting shaken around, and then he like kind of desperately.
He's having a bad time.
And he's trying to like hold the straw in place, and he's just like, oh my god, I'm having so much pain.
US Marshal guy got involved as well, which is fucking. He finally had his moment and shot somebody, but then he gets shot.
He shot someone, and he gets shot, and is out of the game.
And then Halle Berry grabs him and stops him from falling at the plane somewhere. That's like fucking like. I don't know,
220 pound man just gets saved by,
stunning and brave, Halle Berry.
Stunning and brave, and intensely strong.
She's never been this good since Catwoman. So then they are worried that the straw is going to fall out, the mechanism, because
the straw.
I know, but what's crazy is it's clamped. So like, how is it going to fucking like fall out? Like,
I don't know.
The thing's not really moving.
But I think it's just the way it's moving from side to side.
plane's nosediving.
I think they were afraid as well it's going to catch the lasers, maybe.
Oh yeah, I
And
don't
he
know.
had to hold
But then
it
he's put his
still.
whole fucking hand in the fucking thing.
Nah, fair enough.
But anyway, so then you're like, what's the plan here? What are they trying to do? And then you see them, he like pushes it through more, and you're like, all right, okay, like fucking, that was a panic over, fuck's sake. So who cares? So the bomb's definitely not fucking going to blow up now.
And they're all kind of relieved a little bit because they're just kind of like
stabilize the plane.
I don't know how they stabilize the plane because that's still open.
Pull it up.
Oh, do they? Oh, right, okay. I didn't realise.
That's how it works. They see that fucking lever. Pull that lever up. They should have done it ages ago. So the plane's fine now. And they're thinking, oh, like we saved the day. The bomb's fucking again. Half the terrorists are all dead. But Poirot's somehow. Did anyone shoot him?
No, he ran away. He ran upstairs. He ran upstairs to the cockpit.
Oh, he's got a bloody back.
I get shot. He does get shot.
Does he? He shoots Sid the Sloth in the back, which is gutting. Everybody loves Sid. And then Kurt Russell's like to the other guy going
he runs up.
Oh, he says, "What about the bomb? What about the bomb?" And then the guy goes, "Listen to this." Like, and you can hear them still.
The engineers up here laughing. Yeah. And then like even the paralyzed guy sitting laughing. You're like, you've got to admire this guy who's just been lying down the whole time.
Like, we fucking did it. And then Kurt Russell, I don't even know why. We did it, Jesus. And then I don't know why. Why does Kurt Russell decide to go up to the fucking cockpit?
Because he goes to run up because he's just like, mate, we're still like we need to tell the pilots about all this great news that we're going to deliver.
Sid's been shot.
Sid's like lying there, like seemingly dead, and then he sees the main Poirot terrorist, and then he's just like, fucking mate, it's over. And he goes, like, nah, mate. Yeah, he's got his wee mini Scorpion Uzi, and he's just like, huh, you even know what this was all about? I've got a big nerve gas bomb, and then he goes like, mate, I've got the remote right here.
He's pure.
It's fucking over. And he's like, you're pretty clever.
Yeah.
You're not clever enough. And he just spins around and shoots the pilot.
I shoots the whole cockpit up. I thought that was really good. He's like, fuck it.
It was a good last ditch effort. It was a good fuck it effort.
Yeah. I like that. Well, I don't know. No, not like. I don't know why this becomes a thing for the last like 5 to 50 minutes at the end of the film where people just keep going to Kurt Russell. Who are you? Like, as if he's amazing and impressive in every way. Like,
are you James Bond?
Yeah, basically, honestly, that's basically what they're fucking getting at.
Sid shoots the fucking Poirot terrorist.
Yeah, even though he's fucked on the ground.
And then he's dead, and then like
Kurt Russell just steps over him.
He steps over him, like, right, cheers, mate.
Sid's paralysed now as well.
Sid's fucked because he's been shot.
My favourite pilot's fucking dead and they're nosediving into Washington DC.
So Kurt Russell is just like, right, fucking fuck these pilots off the chairs.
Remember the start of the film? When I was a pilot.
Remember when he was doing his first solo lesson? Well, now it's time for him to put that into practice.
Yes.
So he's on the plane. He's dragged the pilots off the chairs. Yeah. And then he's just kind of like, right, let's fly this plane. Yeah. Consoles are shot up to fuck. It's a giant plane that requires 2 people.
How's the window not fucked when he shot the whole cockpit up?
That's a good point.
20. How's the window?
I imagine those windows are a lot more reinforced than anything else because they take the pressure of like
through the front. Yeah, good point. Anyway, so he's like, how the fuck am I going to land this plane? And then obviously Halle Berry decides to come up for some fucking reason.
She's like, I need to check on the guy that's kind of hit on me, and I want to see if this goes anywhere.
Yeah. How does she know he's even up there?
Fuck the passengers. So that wee kid can get her own oxygen mask on.
Fuck him. So she comes up and she's just be like, what does she say? She says something like, just fucking fly it.
I was like, can you land a plane? He's like, oh yeah, I've done it, but oh fuck.
Yeah, but he's basically saying like, oh, I'm not sure what to do, and he's like, just fucking fly the plane. He's like, oh yeah.
It's really funny because like
I remember
he's like, oh shit, what do I do? And she's like, well, there's the airport over there. Just points at an airport. And like, right, thanks.
Yeah.
And then he's like, right, can you get the flight manual?
Thank God you're
here. She finds the flight manual, and then this is more details.
Yeah.
They go through how many knots they have to be traveling at and what weight they have to be at. So she's relaying to him all the kind of integral information. And then he's
on a
like,
normal flight, not when the hull's fucking blown up.
Yeah. And like, so they're just going through all the technicalities, and then he's going through, right, I'm reducing speed. Oh God. Right. Oh no, wait, shit, I'm not reducing enough speed. And he's like, oh shit, I need to get the flaps. How do you get the flaps open? And she reads how to get the flaps like opened up. You're just like, mate, I have a nice one. And then
release your load.
She's stunning and brave, so don't even say that. So then he's just like, oh my God, fuck, the engine's stalling. It's like, oh wait, it's because I've not got enough power. Oh, I need to put more power on.
I know.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Just say the
Shut
plane's
up.
slowing down. He's like,
Yeah.
oh God, I'm
Just say
forgetting.
executive decision again. And then land it.
Make lots of executive decisions.
Yeah.
And then like he goes, oh shit, I need to get the landing gear down.
Yeah.
And you know, just like it's just ridiculous. Like how
Over detailed.
how is it's as though some like OCD guy has written this and he has to have every detail put through.
Yeah.
So they go to land on the runway, and then he's like, oh my God, I'm going way too fast. And then they go over the runway, and he's like, oh my God.
He doesn't land.
Fuck.
He's really quite close to the ground as well, but then he just doesn't land. They're just like, what's happening? And he just basically fucks off. And all the firefighters are like, oh shit, he's not landing.
We're going to have to follow this airplane.
So she's like, circle back, and he just says no.
No, I can't circle back. I can't turn the plane.
Why can't you do that?
Because he can't. He doesn't, like, mate. Fucking banking in a plane like that, it's supposed to be nuts.
It would take ages, obviously, but like, I don't know why. Like, he just says no, that's not.
You just can't be asked.
So
he's like,
he wants to. He's really important in this plane. He wants to stay in it forever.
He's like, I'm going to make the executive decision to not land this plane. So then he was like, oh wait a minute, the runway that I practice on is like right over there. Let's go over there.
That's ridiculous. That is lazy. That's lazy writing.
It was for all the fucking proactive writing that goes on in this film.
I know. Why couldn't he, like, I know, what did that bring to the story when you really think about it? He could just, however he lands now in this airport, could have just done it at the fucking, the other airport that he bailed out.
I suppose it's just like, you know, going back to the start of like Kurt Russell's scene in the film.
Full circle.
That's just somebody needed that to happen.
Lucky that he's from Washington DC as well. Do you know what I mean?
It's just the fact that there's problem after problem after problem here. Nothing goes according to plan.
Yeah.
So he's landing the plane, and you know it's fucking taken out like every other wee mini plane that's on this runway.
I thought this was quite good because, you know, like you're saying it's miniatures. Like, how the fuck did they do that then? That must be cool.
This bit?
Yeah, when they take it, when it's like fucking landed and it takes out all those wee mini planes. I mean, it must be all miniatures, but it does like wee explosions and shit. Really well done.
Let's have a wee look.
Yeah. Let's have a little look-see.
And Halle Berry's just freaking out this whole time, just sitting and holding her hand.
How are they doing that? That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It looks real. That looks fucking real.
Those are miniatures, you can tell.
I know, but like, how do they get the explosions in time and shit? It must be like, I don't know.
Well, that's what special effects team are for, but you can kind of tell it's a miniature because there's no
just say they've done a good
thing.
job, man. Jeez.
Nah, mate, this is whose fucking idea was this. Not let's praise every person that is and suck fucking Steve Seagal's off.
I love the run at a track, obviously, which I thought was quite decent add in because obviously, like, it's not supposed to be landing fucking jumbo jet things.
Yeah.
And they hit the sand and stuff like that. And I don't know if you noticed it, but did you hear the music when they're hitting the sand? It's like, you know, like in like Dune when that fucking thing comes out. It's like some eerie, like evil music, as if Dune.
No, I'm listening.
Like the sandworm things.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
right, okay.
It's like as if like the plane itself is something like
more sinister than a flaming plane.
It looks like it's travelling through the sand and going to get you. And I don't like, why are you playing this weird eerie music? Like it's supposed to be like, oh, we did it music. Going like fucking.
Like the drama of like we're hitting the pinnacle moment of like the film.
Yeah. It's like pure weird.
So, wait, he's landed the plane. He's hit this big sandbank, and then that's it done. And then you know, Halle Berry's just fucking like, you know, you did it. Well done, mate. Yeah. And he turns around and he's just makes some smart quips.
These things almost land themselves.
Yeah, old Jack fucking whatever my name was from that other film.
Don't forget, old Jack will land the plane if he needs to. He'll shoot up some terrorists.
Fuck you, Tango, or Cash, or whatever my name was.
Let's have to get a drink in Chinatown.
The engineer guy's like, mate, I need a fucking drink. And then like, it's funny because like Kurt Russell is like insisting on putting his tux back on after all of this.
He has a point.
And then he's just like, guess what saved the day, by the way, Kurt? Yeah. This fucking straw that you made fun of early on the film.
By the way, like, that's quite good. Like that fucking goes over to explain everything. He goes like, how? And he's like, can't be asking that, mate. This is the end of the film. I've checked out.
I'm not paid enough for this.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how that is because everyone else has left the cinema.
And we finally get to the air marshal's few lines.
Yeah, he gets a line. He says, "Yeah, how you doing? Nah,
how
great.
You doing?
I've
he's
been
like,
shot.
I'm getting better by the minute." And then he's like, "Right, okay.
I guess we need to pay him now."
Exactly. That's your fucking 80,000 well earned.
Yeah.
And then, but like
disabled guy.
Then you get to the Spec Ops team, and he kind of gives like he points to like Kurt Russell.
So amazing,
Kurt Russell's just like, all right, guys. He doesn't even come over and say hi to them.
The music is so good.
They all just look over at him, and then Kurt Russell just kind of. Well, the Spec Ops guy salutes him, and then Kurt Russell can't do the salute. Yeah. He has to just do the two like fingers up in the air.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
take care of yourself, lads. And then they're all like,
adios, guys.
They're like, we fucking expect to shout you. Like,
you're alright. Seagal was an asshole.
Yeah, and they salute him like, you fucking saved the day, man.
Yeah, you kind of actually did. You stepped up more than anybody in this entire film.
Not a single one of the special ops guys goes up to the cockpit when he's trying to land that plane.
You think one of them would have been kind of like...
Probably they would have had some sort of idea of how to land a plane. We'll send up the guy that we'll leave it to the air hostess.
The air hostess, and then the guy that never wanted to come here in the first place.
Exactly. Hey, you know what? Let's send up the disabled guy now and the engineer.
Is there a child we can send up to?
Yeah, they're the next to qualify.
So all's well. The salutes at him. Halle Berry comes up to Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
And goes, by the way, my name wasn't Jan, it was Gene. And then he's just like, oh,
nobody noticed. Nobody cared.
And then it's just like,
did I say that? Oh, okay.
And then he starts talking to her, and then he starts using his hockey tickets line again. Goes like, you want to like go for it? And then he just
like, I don't fucking like hockey.
And some guy, obviously, when he finally gets to like hit on a woman, pulls up and goes like, by the way, fucking President West here.
I'm the FBI. And then she's like, who are you? And it's like, this is like them again trying to like pure hammer home the James Bond thing. And it's like, what the fuck? And then she goes, why don't we go for a drink or something? And then she just decides,
air hostess, get in the car with me and the FBI agent.
He doesn't even say get in the car. She just like insinuates, I'm going in this car with me.
Like, you want to get a coffee? And she's like, as
not
long
right
as,
now.
What he says, you want to get a coffee? And then she goes like,
the middle of the night.
It's middle of the night, but also our line is, as long as you're not flying. And then it's like,
oh, that's is that funny?
And then that's it.
The end of the film.
Oh my god!
Fuck.
Oh my god!
Right, whose fucking idea was it? Who wrote it? The guy who wrote Predator. That's mental.
Really?
Yeah, man. He also wrote Prey as well, the most recent one, which was
Predator and Prey. Which is insane.
Good. I know. Which is actually good.
Oh, you mean Prey is the newest Predator film?
The one that came out 2 years ago, and
the Native American.
Yeah, that's really good. That one. Have you seen it?
I liked it, but I got a bit fucking. It didn't have Arnold Schwarzenegger on it or Danny Glover.
Aye, obviously they've never returned.
So one bit of trivia I want to give out on this is how much do you think that Steve Seagal was paid for this film?
Oh, 1 million. No, that's a lot back then. Actually, yeah. No, I'll go for 1 million.
All right, it was 1 million for you.
That was actually.
Aye.
You mentioned. Do you think it's way too much?
Well, I was hoping that you did take it down and go, you're right. Actually, it was 1 million. I would have to sit here and just like nod to what you said.
You're not going to sleep the night. You're raging with that.
I'm fucking raging. I'm sitting here. The one bit of fucking trivia that I had. And,
that is mental though. That's a lot because like
he just fucking smirks all the time.
I know.
Just like emotionlessly delivers lines.
Right, let's go for the budget. 55 million. I thought it looked expensive. I thought it was quite good. All the gear and stuff like that. The plane itself and stuff looked good. The jet looked good. Hopefully because it's like the 90s and it's not like a special effects film. I thought it looked good. All the things that were involved.
Because it takes part in a fucking plane.
I know they probably saved a lot. I know. 55 million it cost. Opened to 12 million. The gross worldwide was 121. So didn't do too great. Actually, didn't do too great.
It made double. It made its money back.
I know, but usually you spend a lot on marketing. But to be fair, they probably didn't. And also, DVD. They probably made a lot of money off DVDs. Wait, you didn't fucking remind me.
What, the posters?
Read out the posters. They always have fucking hilarious taglines.
2 seconds then. We'll just go out the posters.
We'll do it right now.
Right then.
Idea. Right, here we go. Yeah, you need to read it like this when you get taglines out and you got posters. 5 miles above the earth. An elite team of 6 men must make an air-to-air transfer in order to save 400 lives. On board a 747.
Holy shit.
And 4 million below. Like that. What? That's too long. Executive decision starring Steven Seagal and Halle Berry and get rid of fucking piece of shit. Steven Seagal's in the middle of the fucking poster, like as if he's.
Why is he like the
I don't
main
know.
character?
I don't know. He's in all the posters, mate. This must have been a thing when he was like the height of his like. Because I'm pretty sure he's got like really dodgy fucking connections. That's how he became an actor in the first place.
Oh, right, okay. Well, some trivia. Originally, Halle Berry actually refused to take part in this movie, but then she said yeah when she was offered $1 million for the job. And this was her first $1 million payment for a film. And, you know, it's kind of insulting that she appeared all the way through the film. And Steve Seagal just basically had to smirk, be a fucking arsehole, and then just kind of got, like, I think it was like 1 day of shooting.
Oh, yeah, it would be, it would be. That's a lot for that. That's crazy getting paid for 1 day of shooting. You fucking get paid £1 million, isn't it?
Well,
I thought Halle Berry was really good in this. I actually remembered this, like, see when I was texting you and I said, I remember this film. I was waiting until you finished it because I actually knew before. I was like, I'm pretty sure that guy has to disable a bomb while lying down. I was like, I remember it. Like, fucking, I pure distinctly remember it. I remember Halle Berry being an air hostess. Here's another tag, sorry. 400 passengers in a plane. Or 4 million on the ground. Executive decision.
Rated R.
You have to do that. That's a thing, by the way. Like, at no point did they like make it about why is it called executive decision? Because they're not like sitting in that Pentagon room going like what do we do? Do we sacrifice the 40 million or do we sacrifice the 400? It's like, well, it's obvious. So like that's why fucking they're not. Maybe the film wasn't for that.
I suppose no executive decision was made though.
Exactly. You should just call it air transfer. Like that's. I know it's a terrible name.
Air transfer. Yeah. According to John Leguizamo, who's I think said, it says that his frequent kind of improvisation angered Kurt Russell so much that they actually got into a shoving match. And that was the hope the smell doesn't give us away when they took off Thingley's feet shoes.
That's fine.
That started a fight.
What?
That started a fight.
Like but he like I'd understand that if he had a line like you had to say back, but he was just a bit crawl along the thing. So like there's nothing, you're not fucking up his acting. You get what I mean? You're not interrupting Kurt Russell's lines to put that line in. Well, so why is Kurt Russell being a dick?
Here's a bit that will fucking shatter your view of Steve Seagal.
Yeah.
Apparently Steve Seagal physically attacked this wee John guy during the filming. So it was in an effort. It was in an effort to scare the cast and crew.
As if he's someone to be feared in the film. So,
he said during rehearsals, Seagal had come in and told the cast that I'm in command. What I say is law. And then like he thought it was a joke, so he started to laugh, and then Seagal just fucking went and like grabbed him and slammed him against like the wall, like elbowing him and all that, knocking all the air at him and dropping him to the ground. And then he says, try
to be a big time actor, basically, kind of thing.
So he threatened to attack him if they ever crossed paths again on a red carpet, and then that was because like.
Who said that to him?
That's what Steve
said to him.
No, Steve Seagal said he threatened to attack him.
He sees him again, alright.
Aye.
What the fuck?
And then, apparently, fucking, it was because he made fun of like Steve Seagal's comedy show called Ghetto Clown with a K.
Okay.
So,
see, I forgot when we put the trailer on. It went fasten your seatbelt.
Also, Kurt Russell is an actual FAA licensed pilot.
Yes, man. Yeah, I don't know if that I knew that before this going into this, which is mad. Do you know it's there's a crazy trivia fact if it's in this.
Oh wait, here we
Kurt
go.
Russell's a UFO.
No, wait a sec. I've got a crazy trivia fact also.
More mental.
So you know Paramount Pictures, the studio that put the project in turnaround.
Yep.
They sold it to Warner Brothers in exchange for the rights and screenplay to what film? What film?
Whoa, it's what a swap deal? I don't know.
Yeah.
Soldier.
Forrest Gump.
What?
Executive Decision was considered the hot project, where Forrest Gump was considered loads of problems with scripting and casting.
Right, so they swapped it. Wait,
so some Warner executives were actually afraid of the success of Rain Man.
Right.
As it preempted Gump and due to the perceived similarities of Rain Man, like somebody that's
they thought people would watch Forrest Gump and go like, this is a pure knockoff, it's shite.
Exactly. And then
that's mad.
And then that basically gave Warner Bros. The fucking executive decision.
Fuck's sake. The executive decision to buy executive decision.
Oh my god.
No, I've got a better one. I'm gonna butcher it though. There's a thing where it's like there was like some sort of really weird UFO anomaly that get picked up in the radar, right? And it was sent in, and it took 20 years basically to figure out something happened basically. And they found out. I'll tell you, I don't know the full story. I need to get it up, and I'll maybe re-record this. Right? They found out. Do you know who said he didn't know this? Right? A documentary came out, and the documentary came out, and Kurt Russell's watching it, and he is the pilot that sent in the anomaly. He basically picked up a UFO on his radar in the 90s or the 80s. Didn't know, sent it to because he said you're supposed to do this. It's like protocol. If you pick up things that you think aren't supposed to be there, you're supposed to send it into the command center thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he sent, and you can hear his voice sending in, but it doesn't obviously sound like him because it's like radio, it's pure hingy.
Right.
And basically he sent in a radio station. It's really cool, man. And then 20 years later, he found it gets put on like a UFO documentary. And they turned out it got investigated and no one told him. And he found out watching the documentary that he's like, that was I'm not fucking
me.
I'm not fucking pilot. It's crazy because he's an actor, but he didn't he's obviously in things, but that's his pure in his head. It's that's him pure being shocked about being famous. He's like, oh my god, I'm in this. I was that pilot. Yeah, exactly. And then you get interviewed and he's like, no, that's 100% true. That's my voice. I was that. That's my plane.
Oh,
and he's like,
that's
a black box basically. And when they wanted to see it and stuff like that, and it's that's fucking mental.
That's nuts.
I know. I need to find that.
So what did we
learn?
What did we think of that film?
It was fucking. Do you know what? It's actually a decent. It's not. I didn't want to do it because I had reservations. I thought the film was going to be half decent, and the film I think it is a half decent film. It's just a bit boring, but it's very serious. But there's not a lot you can poke holes in. That's why I didn't know why I do it.
Well, the thing I can poke holes in is the AK-47s and the giant bomb and all that seamlessly getting on the plane. But you know what? We can't. No, exactly. See, to be honest, guys. In retrospect, guys,
yeah,
this film probably shouldn't have been in the podcast. But we thought that the opportunity for Kurt Russell and Steve Seagal to have been the same film.
Yeah, because
presented a great opportunity, and we've always thought we're going to do Steve Seagal at some point, and. Yeah, the film was way too technical and way too detailed, to be honest. Because some of the
it says action packed in DVDs and shit like that, covers and stuff like that. And it's
no action packed. It's all planning. It's all planning and adapting to situations.
It's far too realistic.
yeah, exactly. I felt as though I'd been one of the guys in the film, but after watching it, I was quite tired after it.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to do it. I didn't even want to talk about the film after it, but I have done so for a couple of hours.
yeah. This is crazy. So apparently in 2020 they tried to change all words out of it because they thought it was offensive. So they tried to change Allah out of the subtitles, Algeria out and infidel, which is crazy because obviously it's just pre 9/11. So I'm assuming that that I don't know, maybe it became a bit generic and
well, the Algerian war was 1960s.
I'm just saying they wanted to take all these phrases out basically.
Yeah, well, it's all pure linking to quite recent shit. And stuff that is going on then.
Take it out now. What's the fucking point?
Project Desert Storm was going on there.
Yeah. Because they say Iraqi and stuff like that, and it's they were in Iraq then, but not to the extent they were. This is one thing I want to do. We need to do some plugging because people don't know about shit that we do.
All right, so guys,
we're actually a big fucking deal now on YouTube.
Everyone, I know you're listening to us on whatever preferred podcasting platform that you have, but actually, you should know that Whose Fucking Idea Was This is actually on YouTube right now.
Yeah, so
and we give YouTube short videos that are really well edited, and they're just really funny, and it gives life to our voices.
Yes, it's just the same name. It's WFIWT.
Whose fucking idea was this?
I'm doing it in my head to make sure I spelled it right. YouTube, we've got an Instagram as well. We've got TikTok. More or less the same stuff.
Well, we're going to be adding a lot more kind of content to it.
We've got full episodes. You can listen to full episodes on YouTube Music now, which is good. And we're going to have some short episodes of the shortened down versions of the episodes coming out soon with a full video.
Yeah, just to give you a bit of visual rather than listening to it, because we want you to be more actively engaged.
Yep. Well done. That was good. Right, anyway, next we're on to Kurt Russell's fucking famous
Escape from
ones.
New York.
New York.
We're gonna
Hopefully it'll be more action packed than this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great, guys.
And like, guys, we're so excited. We're so excited for it, and I know it doesn't sound like it because I've just sat for a couple of hours talking about the most detailed action film that I've ever watched.
Yeah,
but
it's done now.
It's done now. We all got over it.
Just skip this one now.
You guys got over it. Clearly, if you're listening to this part of the fucking cast.
Yeah.
But
this is the cyborg of the Kurt Russell season.
Yeah, this is definitely the fucking cyborg of the
There's always going to be one, isn't there?
There's always one every season.
There's always one.
But thank you for listening, and make sure to check out what we mentioned with YouTube, etc. Anything else to say?
Halle Berry, stunning and brave.
Yeah, she's alright. Right, see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.